A good afternoon for Saints. From 3 o'clock, we'll bring you two more live games here on the home of live sport across the south. We're with the Cherries' first away trip of the season at Anfield in the Premier League away at Liverpool. Let's recap the team news with Jordan Clark, your Cherries commentator.
Andoni Iraola makes one change to the side that drew 1-1 with West Ham last weekend. The man who made the impact off the bench in that game, Antoine Semenyo, comes in from the start on the wing. David Brooks, the man who drops to the bench. Lloyd Kelly fit enough to return amongst the subs as well. Liverpool unchanged. Salah, Jota and Diaz lead their line, with new signing Wataru Endo named on their bench. This one is live on BBC Sounds on your smart speaker if you ask it to play BBC Radio Solent, and all of our Dorset frequencies. Bournemouth looking to banish the demons of last year's 9-0 defeat here.
This is BBC Radio Solent Sport, the home of live sport across the south.
20 to 3 on your Saturday afternoon. Welcome along. It's BBC Radio Solent Sport, a 6-hour sport show for you this afternoon. We're on the air through until 6 o'clock, and our attention now turns to our two live commentaries that we've got for you at 3 o'clock, starting up at Anfield with John Williams, our Bournemouth summariser, and your Bournemouth commentator today, Jordan Clark, who are both in position at Anfield, ready for Liverpool versus Bournemouth, first away trip for the Cherries this season. And Jordan, would you just be able to run through the starting 11 and the subs for us for Bournemouth, please?
Sure, Jono. So it's that one change with Antoine Semenyo coming in down the right-hand side. David Brooks dropping to the bench. Neto in goal. 4-2-3-1. Max Aarons, Ilya Zabani, Marcos Senesi and Milos Kerkez, your back four. Joe Rothwell and Phil Billing, your two deeper midfielders. Ryan Christie in the 10, Semenyo down the right, Jayden Anthony down the left, Dominic Solanke leading the line. The Cherries bench, well, the headline is that Lloyd Kelly is fit enough to return to the bench this afternoon. So it's Radu, the sub-goalkeeper, then Mepham, Hill, Kelly, Kilkenny, Brooks, Clivett, Traore and Moore. That's your Bournemouth 11 and subs this afternoon. I'll give you the Liverpool side as well. Alisson in goal. They're unchanged from their draw with Chelsea last weekend. Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson, your back four. Szoboszlai, McAllister and Gakpo, the midfield three. Salah, Jota and Diaz, your front three for Liverpool this afternoon, Jono.
Let's get a quick word with our Bournemouth summariser, John Williams. Willow, afternoon to you. Let's get it out of the way first of all then, shall we? Last year, similar time of year, the 9-0 game. Could you sleep last night, or were you having nightmares of that?
Listen, I put that away ages ago. Forget it, it's gone, it's history. It happened, but now we move on. And you know, I'm quite interested with the team he's picked. I think the fact that it shows trust, you know, when you pick the same team almost again. I think Brooksy might have been in a situation where you just still need to nurse him along a bit. He's done fantastic in pre-season, you know, chipped in with a couple of goals. He had that magnificent volley that the goalkeeper saved, so I can see where that one's coming from. So it'll be an interesting one today, but he's showing trust in the team that he thinks strongest at the moment.
Let's head back up to Anfield right now, though, where Jordan Clark and John Williams are going to be bringing you commentary of the Cherries away at Liverpool this afternoon. Just wanted to get your thoughts on a couple of things regarding Andoni Iraola. And we saw him for the first time last week against West Ham. He seemed a bit relieved that his first game was out of the way and they got a decent point on the board, Willow. Now you've seen his team set up against Liverpool as well, and obviously the game's still to come, but is there anything you can take from him so far? What have your immediate thoughts been?
Well, look, we're sort of down to bare bones in terms of midfielders. You know, Rothwell did really well, and I'm pleased for him, and he's picked him again because of it. But I think the fact that Andoni he knows the way he wants to play. Now, listen, I love the high press and win the ball back in the last third and all the rest of it. But I'm just wondering if you have to give Liverpool a little bit more respect in that way, and rather, you know, go backwards. I'm not sure we can do it against that Liverpool back six, but we'll wait to see. Fingers crossed. He's going to try it. He's very brave, but I would have perhaps even gone three at the back, a little bit more caution. But that's me. I'm always in that sort of vein, but it'll be a difficult one today, no doubt.
There's been a little bit of negativity around Liverpool, though, hasn't there, over the last 7 days or so? I saw against Chelsea last week, Mo Salah looked really disappointed to be coming off, but then they've missed out on a couple of signings this week, with Romeo Lavia going to Chelsea and Caicedo also going to Chelsea as well. So, I mean, there could be a little bit of frustration in the terraces if things don't go well to start.
Well, that would be my plan to start with, definitely. Try and get through 20 minutes and try and quieten the crowd down. You know, maybe things could start to go our way. Yeah, the Salah thing was interesting, wasn't it? You know, that he's obviously disappointed he was getting taken off, but you should be if you get taken off, I think. But anyway, the fact is we've got to start bright, we've got to start quick, we've got to start well. Everybody today has really got to have a 8 or 9 out of 10 performance. It's going to be one of them situations where nobody can have a bad game. Everybody's got to be at it.
The Cherries are returning to Anfield today for the first time, as I said a second ago, since the 9-0 defeat there last season. We got the thoughts of Andoni Iraola on this week, actually. He says it hasn't been discussed in the build-up to this game, but he admits his players will need to be mentally tough for the trip to Merseyside.
I think we have to have a very collective, resilient attitude, you know, because always during these games you have 5-10 minutes that they are pushing, they are taking the corners, they are putting a lot of crosses, shots, one clear chance. I think you have to survive to those minutes, and then normally games change, and then you have your options, and I'm sure we will have also our chances, our moments where we can damage them, and we have to stay strong and not to concede when we are suffering, when we defend lower.
Andoni Iraola there speaking about mental toughness heading into this game at Anfield this afternoon. Just wanted to get your thoughts, Willow. It looks like another player could be coming in at the Cherries. Tyler Adams of Leeds could be the midfielder that they've been searching for. Would you be excited about that one?
Yeah, of course. Any signings that you're bringing in, get very excited for. The only thing is he's slightly injured, isn't he? So we're not going to see him for a while. So it just means the boys in front of him, they've got to do the biz to make sure they stay in the team, and there's no greater place than Anfield. If you can come here and get some sort of result out of it, it's a magnificent achievement.
Also today we have the Cherries away at Liverpool. A daunting task on paper, but this is a different Cherries nowadays to the side that came up just 12 months ago. Of course, it saw the end of Scott Parker, this fixture, last season as well. Your commentary team are in place. You can hear this on 103.8 FM in Dorset DAB, Freeview channel 722, and Solent and Dorset as well. Online, plus your smart speaker too, if you're in the UK only, that is, and via BBC Sounds. We're ready to go up at Anfield. Jordan Clark, your commentator, and John Willow Williams alongside him.
Thank you, Jono. Welcome inside Anfield, where the storm from overnight has passed, the wind has died down, and the sun is shining overhead down on the pitch, which is a good sign, because Merseyside, not a great place for Bournemouth managers to visit of late. Go back nearly a year to the day, and a heavy 9-0 defeat, which turned out to be Scott Parker's last game in charge, of course. And then at the end of the season in May, a 1-0 defeat away at Everton, which turned out to be Gary O'Neill's last game in charge. But that means that we now have Andoni Iraola in charge, and he is bidding to become the first Bournemouth manager to win here at Anfield, as the players make their way out onto the pitch down below us. A draw, a point, is all Bournemouth have managed previously here inside this great stadium. But he is going to come here, he says, and not be afraid of Liverpool, and we're all very excited to see just how he approaches the game. He makes one change to the side that drew 1-1 with West Ham on their opening game of the season for the Cherries, and that change, an interesting one. It's the man who made an impact off the bench, Antoine Semenyo. Maybe that not so surprising that he comes in, but it's David Brooks that drops to the bench for the Cherries this afternoon. So it's his preferred 4-2-3-1. Neto in goal. Max Aarons continues it right back, recovering from the cramp that, of course, saw his game halted last weekend. Zabani and Senesi, your two centre-backs. Senesi, of course, also going off with cramp as well last weekend, but he's fine to start. Milos Kerkez at left-back. Joe Rothwell and Phil Billing, your two deeper midfielders, the double pivot. Ryan Christie in the number 10. Semenyo down the right. Anthony down the left. Dominic Solanke scored the goal last weekend, will lead the line for the Cherries at his former club. On the bench, Radu, Mepham, Hill, Kilkenny, Brooks, Clivert, Traore, Kiefer Moore and Lloyd Kelly fit enough to return to the bench this afternoon. The Bournemouth team just getting ready to go into a huddle. They will wear their new light baby blue inspired by the sea change kit this afternoon. The Liverpool team unchanged from their draw against Chelsea last Sunday. Alisson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson, your goalkeeper, and then back four. Szoboszlai, McAllister and Gakpo, your midfield three. Mohamed Salah, Diogo Jota and Luis Diaz lead the line for Liverpool. Kelleher, Gomez, new signing, arrived yesterday, Endo, Nunes, Elliott, Tsimikas, Mati, Bajcetic and Doak, your Liverpool subs bench this afternoon. John Williams will come in a moment. We'll let you just soak up a little bit of the atmosphere here ahead of the game. They're always noisy. Can Bournemouth find a way to silence them and give something for the travelling Cherry supporters away to our left-hand side to get behind this afternoon? The travelling Bournemouth fans occupy half of the bottom tier, which is all that is open of the Anfield Road stand to our left. John Williams, how are you feeling?
Yeah, it's really excellent support for everybody to make the journey down here. It took us 7 hours yesterday. I know our fans suffered various problems coming down, but they're fantastic to see them here.
Bournemouth in this first half will shoot from our left to right towards the Kop. We're commentating from the main stand, the Sir Kenny Dalglish stand opposite us. As we said, Bournemouth in baby blue this afternoon, like the ocean, top shorts and socks all matching. Liverpool, as you'd expect, in red top shorts and socks. They'll shoot from our right to left first half towards that Anfield Road stand as referee Thomas Bramall gets us underway at Anfield, live in the Premier League on BBC Radio Solent Sport. Liverpool against Bournemouth. Willow, Andoni Iraola says last year hasn't been discussed at all.
No, I want to forget about it too.
Will there be any mental scars though amongst the players involved that were here?
As soon as you're on the pitch, it's gone, you know. Just trying to have a press here, it's a good start.
Balls down the left-hand side and Robertson for Liverpool, given away in the middle of the park. Zabani high into the Liverpool half, which is a good sign for the Cherries, wins the ball back. Aarons goes round the outside of Diaz and goes down, wins a free kick to Bournemouth just inside the Cherries half, in front of the technical area. Andoni Iraola has been outside Anfield before, but never inside. That's a nice ball over the top, looking for Jayden Anthony. Yes! Jayden Anthony's in, and Jayden Anthony scores inside the opening 6 minutes, and the flag has gone up for offside. It will be checked, but for a moment there, the Kop in Anfield stunned into silence. Let's wait and see, Willow.
I think he made a great Well, what's happening?
He is offside over on the far side. About a stride too much from Jayden Anthony. But Bournemouth there pressing high, forcing Liverpool into mistakes, Willow.
Yeah, yes, great to see. Great start. Pity that wasn't given as a goal.
Anthony's just wandering over to referee Thomas Bramall saying, are you certain? Have you definitely checked that back in Stockley Park correctly? Paul Tierney is the VAR referee at Stockley Park this afternoon. Liverpool get us back underway. What a moment that would have been. Yeah. Bournemouth will go again.
Yeah, it can give you a bit of belief when you know you can get him behind. Jayden did a great job, just a fraction too soon.
Ball's over on the right hand side, about 20 yards out from Liverpool's box. Back to Alisson, the goalkeeper. The Brazilian all in black this afternoon, top shorts and socks, a green dash on his left arm, white boots. Here's Van Dijk captaining Liverpool now, leading them out here at Anfield as captain for the first time. He's the man on the front of the programme as well this afternoon. It's given away again by Liverpool. Here's Solanke, edge of the box, onto his right foot, back to Semenyo! Antoine Semenyo silences Anfield and puts Bournemouth in front inside the opening 3 minutes. Incredible stuff from Andoni Iraola's side.
What a strike. He had people in front of him, so he just trusted to power, smashed it into the back of the net. What a start. Have Liverpool been in our half yet?
No. The ball in the back of the net for the second time, and this one looks like it is going to count. Semenyo handed a start.
What a strike it was. He put his foot right through it, smashed it as hard as it could, right into the side netting. What a strike.
Really composed finish. Solanke looking to get the first shot in. It bounced back off the rebound to Semenyo, who smashed it past Alisson into the bottom corner. His second Bournemouth goal, first of the season. Almost a carbon copy of last weekend, where it was Semenyo's shot that went wrong and ricocheted to Solanke, who scored. Other way round this time. Bournemouth lead away at Anfield, 1-0. Here's Konate striding forward through the middle for Liverpool. Lays it out to the left-hand side, and Andy Robertson. Diaz down the left, 18 yards out, just in off the touchline, onto his right foot, twisting back onto his left. Good pressing by Ryan Christie there as Aaron slit, and Jayden Ante now has drifted into the middle just to mark Alexander-Arnold, who's come off that right flank into the centre of the pitch. Ball's gone up high into the air, bounces in the Bournemouth box. Kirkes left it. Senesi gets the second header in and out for a corner, Liverpool's first of the afternoon. Just a bit of miscommunication there between Kirkes and Senesi, Willow.
And Neto. I mean, it's obviously a clearance. He didn't mean to pass it back. Why did he come for it?
It's been really windy. It is really windy on Merseyside today, but the corner flags are quite still. But then you look at some of the players' shirts, and the wind is definitely whipping around down there, and I just wonder if that played a part as well. That ball went very high into the sky. Corner to Liverpool, defending for Bournemouth to do. Alexander-Arnold, right-footed, curling, headed away at the front post by Solanke. It'll drop to Liverpool's new signing, Szoboszlai. Out to the right-hand side, Alexander again with the cross. This time Neto does come in punch. Drops to the edge of the box, and Jota brings it under control, marked closely by Semenyo, left side of the box, tries to go round Semenyo, but gets blocked off by Aarons, and out it goes again behind for another corner to Liverpool from the other side this time.
Good punch by Neto. He's got to do it all again now this time.
6 minutes gone. BBC Radio Solent Sport live from Anfield. Bournemouth 1, Liverpool 0. The Cherries have scored twice. The first from Anthony, chalked off for offside by VAR. The second from Semenyo, stood. Corner in, left-footed, out swinging, headed goalwards, off the crossbar, headed away by Billing at the second attempt. It's going to come back out to the right-hand side in Szoboszlai. Back into the midfield in Alexander-Arnold, let off for Bournemouth. Into the box it goes, looking for Van Dijk. Zabani heads it up in the air. Second header from Zabani, behind for another corner to Liverpool. John Williams.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure who headed the ball, but there was a cluster of red shirts went for it and just clipped the bar, luckily. Another corner to defend.
What a start to this game. Bournemouth fans are trying to make some noise away to our left-hand side as best they can. Right arm up in the air from Robertson. Left-footed corner, it's out swinging again. This time it's dealt with by Senesi. Back out to the edge of the box, headed back infield by McAllister, bouncing around, and again just a little bit of unease, uncertainty from Bournemouth in the box. This time Christie heads it back to his goalkeeper Neto.
I didn't think he needed. I thought Neto could have just come and claimed it, but anyway, we've got away with it.
Neto in lime green, top shorts and socks, sends it out to the right hand side. Big strong header by Semenyo, down to Solanke, who gets a good foot in. Billing wins it back, lays it to his left. Kirkes is flying forward down the left flank. Bit of a heavy ball and touch to Anthony. Anthony did well,
Yeah.
He just put pressure on Alexander-Arnold there, who's been forced to put it out for a throw into Bournemouth. We've got Dominic Solanke down inside the 18-yard area at the moment. He's back up on his feet, but he's hobbling heavily.
Oh dear.
Contact injury, I think.
Yeah, it was. Don't need this.
He's going to try and run it off. Throw-in will be taken by Kirkes. Great to see him flying forward, Willow, away at Liverpool down the left.
Absolutely.
Ball's bouncing around on the edge of the box. Again, Bournemouth pressing high. Rothwell looking to win the ball back. Got a good foot in, but Gakpo is in there for Liverpool, and they'll go back to their keeper Alisson, who's pressed down quickly by Solanke.
Dominic's running better.
He looks to have shaken that knock off, which is a good sign for the Cherries. Antoine Semenyo's goal, separating the two sides. They've given it away again. Alisson all over the place on the edge of his box. And then Jadon Anthony goes down and wins a free kick. Brought down by Konate. Yellow card for Alisson. Liverpool are all over the place, and they are not liking the high press from Bournemouth.
Do you think he could have just took a shot first time there? I'm sure.
There's a replay here for you, Willow. Talk us through it.
Oh, I think he could.
No, I don't think he was a foot in to dispossess Alisson. Alisson bringing down Anthony, gets booked for it. Bournemouth have a free kick in a really good position. It is in line with the top corner of the box as we look at it from the main stand here opposite us. Bournemouth's left. It's about 25 yards out, Willow.
Yeah.
Joe Rothwell, Ryan Christie stood over it, I think, we are very high up, right in the gantry at the back of the main stand.
Every time we've attacked, we've looked like we were going to score.
Bournemouth have sent the big men forward from the back. Zabani's in there, Senesi's in there, Solanke and Semenyo providing some height and physicality as well. Rothwell steps back. He'll be the in-swinging option with the right foot. It's a right arm up in the air from Christie. It's his left-footed delivery. Alisson comes out and claims, plucks it out of the sky. It was too close to the Liverpool goalkeeper, who bowls it out quickly to Jota. We will get Liverpool moving down this near left-hand side. Andoni Iraola on the edge of his technical area, barking instruction. Phil Billing does really well, wins the ball back there from Diaz, and they'll lay it out to Semenyo, right-hand side for Bournemouth, halfway inside the Liverpool half, who turns away from Diaz beautifully, sends it down the line, looking for Billing. Too much on the pass. Robertson will cut it off, out of play, off of Billing, throw into Liverpool.
Semenyo, what a start he's had. Every time he touches the ball, he does something good.
Barely a chance just to stop and take note of what's happened so far. Willow, in terms of why Bournemouth are being so successful at the moment, just talk us through it.
Well, it's the press, isn't it? Every time Liverpool try and play out, the four lads initially right across the front, and then you've got the two lads behind in midfield backing them up, and they're all at it together. That's the key. Don't admire someone closing down, support him.
Robertson down the left, sends it down the line with his right foot, but it's won back again by Bournemouth. Combination of Zabani and Aarons. Liverpool have it again on the halfway line. Robertson, ball over the top, looking to get Liverpool in behind. There was no one forward for the home side. Salah way out on the right, Diaz down the left, no one through the middle. It'll bounce through to Neto, just brings the ball under control with his feet and eventually bowls it out to the left-hand side like a javelin. Really well controlled on the run by Kirkes, who's continuing that run forward into the Liverpool half. Still going, Kirkes lays it off to Anthony. His right-footed cross is high into the box, and again plucked out of the sky by Alisson.
Now listen, they've just turned a little bit, the Liverpool fans there.
Alexander-Arnold, direct ball forward, looking for the run of Salah. Senesi is there, read it well.
Do you know what? Neto's got to come for that.
And again, gets it square and out to the left-hand side in Kirkes, and Bournemouth will switch play along the ground. A couple of passes out to Aarons. He goes direct down the line, looking for the run of Solanke and Semenyo. It's cut off by Diaz, throw into the Cherries.
The long ball bounces on the 18-yard line. The keeper's got to be there the next touch.
Aarons with the throw in then, just in front of the Cherries' technical area. Iraola is chinos, shirt and jumper this afternoon. Smart shoes, no tracksuit. And again Bournemouth press as Liverpool try and play it around at the back. This time Konate does enough and sends it out to the right hand side. Szoboszlai Ball's back in the centre circle. Alexander-Arnold, who again is coming off the right into that sort of sitting midfield role. Let's try and send it forward to the edge of the box. It's laid off to Gakpo, top of the D, right foot, sends it out to Salah, just inside the 18-yard area, onto his left foot, back out to Alexander-Arnold. He finds some space down the right, low cross in, it's fired over the bar. I don't think there was a touch from Neto. There was a touch, says the referee. Another corner to Liverpool.
Yeah, that's the difference when you're playing a real top side. One of the players can just produce something out of nothing.
Into the 13th minute at Anfield, if you're just joining us. Liverpool 0, Bournemouth 1. Antoine Semenyo's goal inside the opening 5 minutes to give the Cherries the lead here on Merseyside. Liverpool have hit the crossbar since then. Corner comes in from Robertson towards the penalty spot, flicks off the top of the head of Jota and rolls away out to the far side, and Semenyo can do the defending. He's pressed quickly by Konate, but Semenyo does well, turns back down the line, sends a long direct ball away from trouble, deep into the Liverpool half. Alexander-Arnold turns and clears.
Got lucky there, didn't know where it was going.
Alexander-Arnold again has been involved in a lot for Liverpool so far, so switches play out to this left-hand side. And the feet of Robertson. Listen to BBC Radio Solent Sport. A reminder, today's game is available online, so if it's a better way for you to listen, if you've got the BBC Sounds app, you can listen to this match on your travels, or if you've got a smart speaker, if you ask it to play BBC Radio Solent, you'll also be able to hear the game this afternoon. Here's Billing, left side of the box, the Liverpool box for Bournemouth. Van Dijk gets a foot in, Billing goes down. It'll be a throw-in to the Cherries deep inside the Liverpool half, down Bournemouth's left. Yeah,
it was one of them ones. The centre half's always going to come and go right through you. Best not to get there early. One of them times when you get there late. He's up and about, got a bang on the knee.
Kirkes will take the throw-in. Try and come back to it in a minute, Willow, but really interesting, when that ball hit the crossbar from Liverpool, it was Billing that got it away. You were talking to Chris Temple during the first game about the fact that Billing seems to be taking up a different position this season, on the line, on the post. Come back to it in a minute. Throw-in's been taken by Kirkes down the line. Anthony with the ball at his feet, it's gone out. It'll be another throw into the Cherries in line with the Liverpool 6-yard area. Billing still walking gingerly, hobbling a little bit on that right side. Throw-ins into Solanke in the box. Header not dealt with. Van Dijk is calling for Alisson to come for it. He really took his time there, the Liverpool goalkeeper. Eventually got to it with Solanke lurking. They look all over the place at the back.
Well, both goalkeepers, for me, there's been one or two incidents where I'm expecting them to come.
Volleyed clear by Alisson, but it's straight to Aarons, who chests it down towards Solanke. He runs into trouble, towards Christie and Semenyo, and then Semenyo tracking back, pulls down Gakpo. Free kick to Liverpool, central position, halfway inside Liverpool half. Semenyo's got into the book, the Bournemouth goal scorer. They lead by a goal to nil here at Anfield.
I think that's to do with as much as the previous one. Yeah, he just clipped his heels, it made it look worse than it was.
Liverpool with everyone forward for this free kick already. Robertson, the man with the ball in his hands, pretty much the deepest player back for Liverpool. It's halfway inside Bournemouth's half, just left of centre. It's got Alexander-Arnold to his right. McAllister as well is just lurking a little deeper. Everyone else lined up on the edge of the 18-yard area. Everyone back for Bournemouth. One-man wall, really. Two-man wall with a huge gap in the middle. It's Christie and Rothwell, the blockers, whipped into the box. Hooked away by Senesi, up into the air. Konate misses the header on the edge of the box. They'll work it Liverpool out to Salah down the right. A little bit of space to think about the cross. Decides against it. Goes to the former Brighton man, McAllister. Back out to Salah, left-footed cross in towards the 6-yard area. Someone goes down there under pressure. It was Jota, waved away by the referee. Goal kick to Bournemouth. They lead 1-0. Antoine Semenyo's goal the difference.
Yeah, good defending. Everybody was in the right spot. Jota couldn't get away from his marker. Threw himself to the ground.
Goal kick will be taken by Neto. He's got Senesi and Zabani, both centre-backs either side of him inside the 6-yard area. Instead he goes long over the halfway line. Semenyo challenging for the header, and Konate clears up into the air, drops inside the centre circle. Rothwell's underneath it, Again it goes high, eventually brought down by Diaz down the left, marked really closely by Aarons. He's given him absolutely no time so far this afternoon.
No, been good marking, hasn't it?
Like a fly buzzing around him. Konate out to the right, this time Liverpool tried the other flank, given away by Szoboszlai. Switcher play from Alexander-Arnold out to the left in Diaz again. Aarons is on him, but Diaz a little bit more room this time. Onto his right foot, shoots, blocked by Aarons. Back out to Diaz, another shot, blocked again by Zabani. Back out to Szoboszlai and hooked wide and out of play for a corner. There was a deflection in there, might have been Phil Billings sliding in, who again doesn't look to be moving too freely still, Phil Bill. Corner to Liverpool.
A couple of great blocks though. People putting their bodies on the line, that's good to see.
Fourth or fifth of the game so far, taken quickly this time to McAllister. Alexander-Arnold gets it back, turns onto his right, back onto his left foot, crosses in, drops at the back post to Salah. He can't bring it under control quickly enough for the shot. Closed down by Zabani, back out to the edge of the box. Gakpo shoots high and over Neto's bar into the Anfield Road stand. Goal kick to the Cherries. Liverpool 0, Bournemouth 1. Remember, they've never won here at Anfield.
Well, a little bit of pressure, as you'd expect at Anfield, but coping with it fairly well.
These are the moments Andoni Iraola spoke about ahead of the game in terms of how Bournemouth can come here and be successful. Stay mentally strong, stay resilient, stay together, soak up the Liverpool pressure, confident that Bournemouth would get their moments. They've had two big ones already. The ball in the back of the net twice. Anthony's disallowed. Semenyo stood. That's the 1-0 lead. And here they come again through the middle. Solanke, top of the D, shoots from distance, shoots over the bar into the cop. Goal kick to Liverpool.
Don't mind that. Dominic done all the work to get the ball under control. Decided just to have a swing a little bit too high.
Goal kick's taken by Van Dijk. Short and square to his goalkeeper Alisson, who then sends it out to the right hand side, and Konate marked closely by Jadon Anthony. Senesi pressing really high into the Liverpool half, wins it back off of Jota, and here comes Anthony down the left hand side trying to get inside the box, can't get round the outside of Szoboszlai, and Bournemouth will try and work it down the left in Kirkes, who has been a bag of energy so far for Bournemouth, up and down, up and down.
Lovely bit of trickery there in the wing. Just linesman flagged for the ball going out. He was in on goal. Unfortunate. Got to keep this pressure up. It's been a good start, no doubt about that.
Yeah, good game so far. Bournemouth win it back again on the halfway line. Then Billing with a lovely little touch outside of his left boot to Semenyo. Semenyo works it to the right. Acres of space for Max Aarons to move into the Liverpool half. Early cross in towards the back post. Not dealt with. Falls to Anthony. He puts it back across goal. Doesn't fall to a blue shirt. Back out to Kirkes. Sends it into the box low towards Billing. Billing just niggling at the ankles there of Alexis McAllister and gives away the free kick. Liverpool take it quickly. Back out to McAllister down the right. Frustrated Anfield tries to get behind their team. Alexander-Arnold infield to the centre circle. Szoboszlai, very fluid, that Liverpool midfield in terms of how it moves in the positions of the three. A new look to it, of course, this season, having lost so many midfielders over the summer. Gakpo hooks the ball forwards, out of play, goal kick to Bournemouth.
Yeah, well, on reflection, 20 minutes gone. I would imagine Andoni's very pleased.
Yeah, he's out of his technical area, almost on the pitch. He's about to be spoken to by the fourth official, Steve Martin, I think, if he goes any closer. Just pointing and gesturing to where he wants his players positioned. He's no stranger to beating big teams. For Rayo Vallecano in Spain, beat Barcelona 3 times, beat Real Madrid once. Xavi described his Rayo Vallecano side as a pain in the backside, Willow. That gives you kind of an indication of how they approach the big games and what they do, and I think Jurgen Klopp would probably describe Bournemouth at the same at the moment. Here they come again, the Cherries, edge of the box, looking for the run of Solanke in behind, sliding tackle in there from Robertson. Goal kick to Liverpool. He didn't get there in time, but the ball had already gone out. In fact, no, it's going to be a free kick for offside.
Another close one.
Yeah, it was Solanke. It was about a yard offside.
Yeah. Just getting that timing of the run correct.
Diaz heads on, cleared by Zabani. Bournemouth not afraid to go long and high and get it away from trouble. Salah in off the left, infield. Szoboszlai, they'll send it out to the right in Alexander-Arnold. Into the final third for Liverpool. Square ball, looking for Jota, heavy touch from him. Zabani gets it away. That was a let-off for the Cherries. Better touch there from Jota, and he would have had a shot on goal. Out to the right again, danger not over for Bournemouth. Alexander-Arnold, right-hand corner of the box. Gets an early cross in low. Neto again, and Senesi, a bit of miscommunication. Neto was coming out for it, Senesi cleared it. Would have been an easy catch for Neto. Anthony just about keeps it in, stops it from going to a corner.
Honestly, the goalkeeper's got to liven up a wee bit.
Ball's over on the right-hand side, the Hungarian Szoboszlai. Liverpool's 70-odd million euro signing in the summer from RB Leipzig. Their other new signing is on the bench this afternoon. Wataru Endo arrived from Stuttgart yesterday, got his clearance through in time. Ball into the box, it's a long throw. Salah, little book to his left-hand side, and then the cross comes in, it's parried away by Neto. Unfortunately for him, it got a ricochet off someone and back down, and he was able to gather. But again, if he didn't get lucky there, he was parrying that right back into trouble.
Oh, dodgy throw out there. He certainly takes chances, Neto.
I think he dropped it, really. I don't think he was parrying it away, he just couldn't grasp it, and luckily for him it bounced off of Zabani, I think it was, and he was able to gather at the second attempt. Bournemouth trying to come down the right. Aarons gets bundled over by Gakpo, wins the free kick. Andoni Iraola laughing and smiling.
This is a really good start.
Jurgen Klopp, the opposite, hands in pockets, red baseball cap on, looking down at the ground, frustrated. Liverpool 0, Bournemouth 1. Antoine Semenyo's goal has given the Cherries that lead in this first half. BBC Radio Solent Sport. We're on BBC Sounds this afternoon as well, and on the smart speaker, as well as all our Dorset frequencies. Throw in to Liverpool, halfway inside their own half, over on the right, in front of the Sekeni Dalglish stand. They go down the line.
This is Liverpool Football Club announcement.
Low ball forward to Salah. Square ball into the centre circle. Hopefully you can still hear us over the loudest tannoy in the world. Gakpo puts a ball into the Bournemouth box. Salah unmarked at the back post, but Kirkes gets the header in before him, and the ball's up now and back towards the halfway line. John Williams.
Yeah, I was just waiting for that announcement to be finished. It was a bit loud, wasn't it? Couldn't hear it. Liverpool with the ball back, just passing it round at the moment.
Yeah. Again, Bournemouth press and try and put Alisson and Konate into trouble, but they work it away this time. Liverpool down the right. Alexander-Arnold back out and square, in fact, to Salah. Salah goes back towards the halfway line, and the World Cup winner McAllister. Argentinian's ball forward is eventually then given to Jota, who gives it away with a back heel, and Senesi is driving forward now into the Liverpool half, out from the back. Lovely ball to Solanke. Solanke goes down in the box. He's not appealing for a penalty. Good defending in there by Van Dijk and Robertson, sort of a double team on Dominic Solanke, but another bright moment for Bournemouth, and that led by centre-back Marcos Senesi, driving forward for Bournemouth into the
it's a fantastic run by
Liverpool
Senesi.
half. Sorry, Willow.
No, it's a fantastic run by Senesi. I think Dominic was looking for the penalty, and that's what went against him.
Yellow card. I think that's just been shown to Jadon Anthony for a tackle on Alexander-Arnold. Third player into the book this afternoon. Semenyo's on a yellow card. So's Alisson, the Liverpool goalkeeper. So both Bournemouth wingers.
Have we missed something here? The crowd are applauding for
Konate at the back on the halfway line. Ball's over on the right hand side now, and back to the halfway line in Konate, just to his left hand side, and Alexis McAllister. And laid back to Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk square to Konate on the halfway line, and Szoboszlai back out to Alexander-Arnold, trying to put it through the middle, which he does to Jota inside the Bournemouth box. Square ball, looking for Diaz, who shoots goalwards, and Luis Diaz hooks it past Neto, and there's the leveller for Liverpool. Approaching the half-hour mark. Bournemouth 1, Liverpool 1. Luis Diaz with his second of the season.
Yeah, we just got stretched there. The ball chopped back. Fantastic pass. I don't think he caught it particularly sweet, but it was just one of them ones that done enough for getting the pass into the net, past Neto, and they're back in the game, Liverpool. Now, we've just got to show a bit of sound mind here, keep our heads together, and get back on it.
Square ball as we get back underway here at Anfield. Liverpool in possession inside their own half. Bournemouth 1, Liverpool 1. Antoine Semenyo's goal in the 3rd minute, cancelled out by Luis Diaz just moments ago. And now we'll find out what this Bournemouth team under Andoni Iraola is made of in terms of how they react. They've been really good up until that goal. Here comes Christie driving forward through the middle in the centre circle. Back heel from Solanke to Semenyo, still going top of the box onto his left foot. Semenyo checks back towards his own goal, just met a wall of red defenders, and now Liverpool will come forward down the right hand side. And Szoboszlai passes it straight into the ankles of Jota, and it bounces off of Jota and out of play for a throw into Bournemouth.
Semenyo did fantastic to cut in. He just couldn't find the gap for the pass to be threaded through. Just forced him out to the right hand side.
Soren's just inside Liverpool's half. Kerkez will take it. He's got Solanke ahead of him down the line. He finds Solanke, goes back to Kerkez. Kerkez infield to Billing. Billing has the ball nicked away from him by McAllister, and then Liverpool will work it down the line. That's a high ball from Alexander-Arnold. Zabani heads away only as far as Jota. Jota's got Salah to his right, finds him, and then sprints infield does Jota for the return pass. Instead it's Diaz back to Salah in behind the Bournemouth defence. This time Neto can come out and claim after a heavy touch from Salah, let him down. Still 1-1.
Yeah, Neto did well there. He just read the situation. Salah's touch wasn't by any means perfect. Neto just gathered the ball.
And the applause you were hearing around Anfield just as that Liverpool equaliser was going in was for Michael Jones, who very sadly and tragically died while working on Everton's new stadium earlier this week. And ahead of today's game, Liverpool's squad and Jurgen Klopp
great touch that
went to Goodison Park and laid flowers as well.
Great touch.
There was a banner that went around in front of the Kop as the applause was being carried out. Two big teams in one city, very much united there. And then a free kick given away by Bournemouth, just over halfway inside the Cherries' half. Phil Billing it was with the foul. Free kick to Liverpool, more defending for Bournemouth to do.
Yeah, got to make sure that we get strong at set plays. So important these days. So important in my day. All sorts of new ideas coming up now.
Iraola takes a seat and looks at the iPad with Sean Cooper. It will be Alexander-Arnold to take the free kick. One-man wall for Bournemouth in the form of Jayden Anthony. In it comes from Arnold into the box, headed clear by Bournemouth. Then the second ball cleared by Anthony into the Liverpool half. There's no one forward for the Cherries. They're all back defending, all 11 men behind the ball. And that gives plenty of time for Alisson to have the ball at his feet. You're listening to BBC Radio Solent Sport. Liverpool 1, Bournemouth 1. The Cherries taking the lead in the 3rd minute. The second time they had the ball in the back of the net. Semenyo's goal stood after Anthony's had been disallowed for offside. Bournemouth's high press working really well early on in the game. Then just before the half-hour mark, about 3 minutes ago, Luis Diaz falling backwards but managing to hook the ball beautifully past Neto, who stood pretty rooted on his goal line. And the equaliser. Liverpool had hit the crossbar before that as well. It's been a good game. Good Premier
has.
League in this opening half an hour.
End-to-end stuff, hasn't it? Would have preferred it. We could have been a bit more at the other end, but we are at Anfield and it is difficult, but we're coping well.
Saints fans, if you're still tuned in, reaction from Russell Martin after a win away at Plymouth in the Championship's early kick-off on the way for you at half-time with Jono Holmes. Bournemouth fans, if you want to start thinking about getting your messages in as well to Jono, I know there's still time to go in this first half, but you can get yourself ready at Solent Sport on X. 08000 321 333 the WhatsApp number, 81333 the text number. The messages need to start with the word Solent. Text charged at your standard network rate. Throw into Bournemouth, deep inside the Liverpool half now, down this near right hand side, right underneath us here in the main stand. Aarons and Billing can't sort it out.
You have to
behind
say that
for a goal kick.
That new stand to the left of us where our fans are is starting to look magnificent.
Liverpool coming down the right, Alexander-Arnold forward to Salah, marked closely by Senesi, then Diaz through the middle to his left and Gakpo. Jota's peeled off to the left hand side, edge of the box, back in to Salah, who shoots first time, leaning back way over Neto's crossbar into that stand that John Williams was just talking about, the Anfield Road stand, which isn't finished yet.
They got safe standing behind there now, trying it out.
Yeah, the bottom half is open, there's safe standing rails in there across all of it. Half of it, the left hand side as we look at it, occupied by Bournemouth fans, all stood up, bathed in sunshine at the moment.
I bet they'd like to see that of Dean.
The other half occupying Liverpool fans towards the Sir Kenny Dalglish stand. Neto's getting booed for taking so long with his goal kick. The top tier not open yet, and the firm that's building or redeveloping that stand for Liverpool is about to, if it hasn't already, go into administration as well. So a little bit of trouble for Liverpool in terms of getting that stand finished. There were some reports, I think, that you get, or they in their contract, and again I'm not sure how accurate these are, get fined at £1 million or docked £1 million for every game it's not open for, so no wonder they're going into administration if that is true. Here's Liverpool down the right hand side. There's a late tackle in there from Rothwell, and the referee Thomas Bramall pints to the penalty spot. Rothwell clipped the heels of Szoboszlai and he was right on the edge of the box, just inside it, right on the corner. They will look at it on VAR, but that was inside as we see the replay.
Definite penalty.
Clumsy tackle from Rothwell, penalty to Liverpool.
Oh, that's a cheap one to give away. You've done so well, Joe, during the game, and he's just lost concentration for a minute there.
And a yellow card for Neto for arguing about the decision, and he needs to be careful, because if he keeps going, these referees taking no nonsense this season.
I mean, he can't possibly see whether it was a penalty or not, so you can only force your hand so much.
From that replay, Willow, I don't think Rothwell can have any arguments, can he?
No, he can't. It was a penalty. I hate to say
or Neto, for that matter.
Oh, no, Neto, that's what you're arguing about something you've seen at flash speed.
Mohamed Salah, 8 goals in 8 Premier League games for Liverpool against Bournemouth. Didn't score, though, in either of the matches last season. Of course, won a 1-0 defeat for the Reds at Vitality Stadium.
He missed a penalty.
The one player they managed to keep quiet in the 9-0. Can Bournemouth do that again? Will Salah do that again? Salah against Neto, here he comes, left-footed, saved by Neto, but Salah sends the rebound into the back of the net. Neto couldn't get up quick enough, and Liverpool, from a goal down, take the lead at Anfield. Mohamed Salah with the goal. Liverpool 2, Bournemouth 1.
Well, he's done absolutely magnificent, Neto, to save the first one. He's furious that nobody helped him out with clearance, but the way the ball just bounced, Salah was there for an easy tap-in. Yeah, there's no way anybody could get near Salah.
Joe Rothwell, named player of the match
having a
last
really
weekend, but made the mistake for the goal, and makes the mistake there, which has ultimately led to Liverpool's second to put them in the lead. Rothwell giving away the penalty, the foul on Szoboszlai. Salah with the penalty saved by Neto. Good strong arm away to the left hand side, couldn't get up quick enough for the rebound, nor could any of the Bournemouth defenders get into the box quickly enough. Salah putting the rebound into the back of the net. Liverpool 2, Bournemouth 1. The Cherries, remember, have scored twice, but Anthony's goal, the opener, inside the opening minute or so, was chalked off for offside. Semenyo then putting Bournemouth in front. Diaz equalising just before the half-hour mark for Liverpool. Salah giving them the lead. We've got about 8 minutes plus whatever stoppage time we're going to have to go in this first half. BBC Radio, Solent Sport, and now Liverpool press Bournemouth and put them under a bit of pressure inside their own 18-yard area. The Cherries do really well though. Zabani remains cool and composed. Back to Neto, but then Kirkez's clearance over on the far side goes straight out of play. Does take a deflection off of Szoboszlai. It will be a throw into the Cherries, but you can hear the atmosphere change inside Anfield.
Yeah, well, it's bound to, isn't it? But that was a good bit of work by Neto. Got the ball stuck under his feet, but still managed to get it to Kirkez.
Bournemouth have got to try and really draw upon those opening moments, Willow, the positive side
You're right.
of this game for them so far, because they know that they can cause Liverpool problems.
Just interesting here. I'm just looking who triggers
this
the
is where
press
they
off.
can do it, isn't it?
Yeah.
With the press again, Liverpool playing it around at the back. Solanke triggers it, then Christie joins in with Billing. This time Liverpool work it to a bit of space down the left. Robertson infield to McAllister. 42 million from Brighton inside the centre circle, gives it away though. McAllister forward by Semenyo to Solanke through the middle, right edge of the box now. His through ball to Semenyo is cut off by Robertson, and Liverpool will try and break forward with their left back flying down the wing. Ball to Salah in behind the Cherries defence, but he couldn't get a touch on it, and he's pushed him out wide to the right hand side. 18 yards out, he's going to have a run at Kirkez. Kirkez slipped, great recovery tackle by Milos Kirkez. The Romanian hooked the ball away at the second attempt and put it out for a throw into Liverpool.
Excellent win by Kirkez. He literally did go on his way down, but he still managed to scoop it against Salah. Liverpool throw.
I say he slipped, it might have been Salah's twisting and turning that just put him on his backside, but he recovered really well from the ground. Kirkez, who inside the opening 15 minutes was getting a lot of joy in terms of, you know, overlapping runs down the right hand side. He's just been penned back in these last 10 minutes or so inside his own half. We've not seen a great deal of errands down the right so far. That's the way Iraola likes it to be though. If one's flying forward, then the other holds their position. Liverpool will come down this near left hand side now. Robertson back towards the halfway line, and the skipper Van Dijk. Then pressure on Gakpo, has to go back to Alisson. Jadon Anthony doing the pressing. What have you made of Anthony so far, Willow? Because that could have been an option in terms of maybe Semenyo coming in for him and Brooks moving out to the left hand side.
Just see this one throw well.
Salah through the middle, cut off by Zabani. Read it well, did Zabani, and Senesi again is stepped out from the back and then plays it out to the Bournemouth right. This near side, Van Dijk sends it down the line. We'll come back to that about Anthony in a moment, because Diaz infield to Salah. Forward ball looking for Jota. Szoboszlai on the right. Should have shot, instead squared it back to Jota. Frustration amongst the home crowd. Bournemouth come away with it. Anthony carrying it up towards the halfway line, and then he's dispossessed.
God, he had a free run there and it just slipped over, unfortunately. Good down to come to him. Yeah, I think he's had a couple of moments, Anthony, where he's been really sharp with the closing down and the pressing. But like you say, that's a collective thing, and you've all got to do it together. You know, your teammates are backing you up.
Energy levels so far from Bournemouth as well,
good,
in terms of the press and what it's taking out of them.
Winning it back again here. Yeah, it's been good stuff.
Semenyo inside the centre circle, back to Christie. He looks for the ball down the left, in behind the Liverpool right back Alexander-Arnold, looking for Anthony, too much on it. Alexander-Arnold does well, and then there's good pressure on Jota over on the right hand side by Kirkez, deep inside the Liverpool half.
Yeah, good strength by Kirkez. Jota's pretty adept at holding the ball up and using his body to do that. Kirkez just as determined.
Good battling again from Kirkez. Free kick
been
though.
Good battling all over. Just, you know, like I say, that one error undoes all the good work, doesn't it?
Yeah, Bournemouth press again. This time Liverpool try and beat it by going over the top from Alisson and come forward through Jota. He's dispossessed by Senesi. Aarons has to come right across from the right side. He's over on the left flank now, in the left back position, having won the ball back and got pushed wide by Liverpool, but Bournemouth do work it forward. Christie inside the centre circle, buzzing around, trying to get the ball moving forward, which he does. Not through the middle, but out to the left. Billing occupying the left-hand touchline at the moment for the Cherries, who is, incidentally, we forgot to mention earlier, happy to be called Phil Billing on the radio and by you and I. Despite having Philip on the back of his shirt, here is Billing. Lovely 1-2 with Dominic Solanke. Billing goes down inside the box.
Oh, he was just going to pull the trigger and he got the tackle in.
Good tackle by Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool clear over the halfway line. Zabani does really well, gets goal side of Diaz and then just waits for Diaz to give him a little nudge in the back, goes down, wins the free kick. Good defending by the Ukrainian.
Yeah, excellent by Zabani, sorry. Just got his body in the middle, that's the important bit. Oh.
Senesi wearing orange, possibly red boots this afternoon. Has looked bright for Bournemouth, defended well, but going forward too.
Yeah, he's showing some sides of his game we haven't seen.
What about the defending for the 2 goals though, Willow? They'll be the key moments, obviously discussed, whatever the scoreline finishes. You're happy with it from a Bournemouth point of view in terms of, was it just Liverpool being too good? Or?
I mean, the penalty's an obvious one. The cutback killed.
What about the lead up to that and putting Rothwell in that position?
Well, yeah, the trick is to help your mate out, isn't it? If someone's put him in that position, you've got to try and help him out.
McAllister on the halfway line for Liverpool. They work it out to left. Gakpo to Robertson, and Diaz is hugging the touchline as well. Back infield, 1-2 between Robertson and Diaz. Good defending from Bournemouth. Liverpool forced back to the halfway line. Van Dijk goes square to Konate. He'll go through the middle to McAllister. Christie on him quickly with the press up over the halfway line, and then Zabani joins in as well. Not afraid to follow the man up towards the halfway line, out of his centre-back position. I've
noticed that with Senesi too. They're both of them quite willing to go the whole hog.
You'd have enjoyed it in this side, all that running, wouldn't you, Willow?
Running forward, not running back.
That's the voice of John Williams, former Bournemouth defender and assistant manager. Cherries again just happy to let Liverpool have it across their back line at the moment. Then the press comes from Christie through the middle. Rothwell, does he win it back? No, he doesn't. Szoboszlai gets away from him and will drive forward through the middle towards the edge of the 18-yard area. Top of the D now for Gakpo to the right-hand side. Alexander-Arnold onto his left foot, shoots, saved by Neto down to his left-hand side behind for a corner to Liverpool. But that was a little bit too easy for the home side there. Twisted, turned, worked their way through the Bournemouth defence in midfield.
Yeah, it was a foul on Joe on the halfway line. Everybody's absolutely furious the referee didn't give it. Nearly led to a goal.
Again, Kirkes slipping a little bit just as Alexander-Arnold turned away from him off the right foot onto the left foot, got the shot away. Neto with the save. Another corner to Liverpool. They lead 2-1. Goals from Diaz and Salah, turning the game around after Semenyo put Bournemouth in front in the 3rd minute. Corner will come in, left-footed from Robertson over on the far side. Van Dijk with the header goalwards, header wide behind. Goal kick to the Cherries. Bournemouth, bar the 2 moments inside the opening 5 minutes, the 2 goals, the one of course disallowed for Anthony, haven't had a great deal in terms of moments inside the Liverpool 18-yard area.
No, Liverpool came into the game after 20 minutes, didn't he, and started just dictating a little bit, and the fact that it's gone their way with the penalty decision really helped them. Goals changed the course of games, and that's what's happened here.
Bournemouth in possession at the back. Senesi inside his own 18-yard area just coolly turns away from Salah, sells in the dummy and then sends the ball long with his left foot over the halfway line. Solanke beaten to the header by Van Dijk. Throw into Bournemouth just inside Liverpool's half, in front of the Sir Kenny Dalglish stand opposite us. Kirkes will take it square and short to the feet of Anthony. Back to Kirkes, out of play again. Kirkes wins another throw into the Cherries. Into stoppage time. I must admit, Willow, I completely missed the board. It's right down under our noses. Did you see it at all?
No, I can't see that far.
Could be anything this season. Could be anything from 1 minute to 10.
Well, if the referee's looking at Neto for time waste, then it might be 4 or 5. No trainer's been on, no physios.
Another throw-in on the halfway line for Bournemouth in their baby blue change kit this afternoon, inspired by the seaside. They're shooting from left to right, and Neto inside his own 18-yard area. Bournemouth fans with hearts in mouth as he just kept the ball at his feet and then turned away from Gakpo coolly. Executed it perfectly. but you don't want too many of them. Here's Liverpool, edge of the box. Szoboszlai, room for the shot, charged down by Bournemouth, blocked. Out of play, another corner to Liverpool. Yeah. Bournemouth got a battle on their hands with Liverpool's new signing, Szoboszlai, who just seems to be every now and then sneaking in and around and popping up on the edge of the box unnoticed.
Talented players, we know that.
Thank you to the team back in the studio. 4 added minutes here at Anfield. We've played 2 of them already, 2.5. 90 seconds plus anything else the ref wants to add on to go.
Can't concede from this.
Alexander-Arnold with the corner over on the right hand side towards the front post. It's deeper than that. Penalty spot, in fact. Konate with the header beats Billing to the ball, and it goes behind for a goal kick to the Cherries, which Neto will take his time with.
That's Van Dijk and Konate, both free headers. He would have been thinking they'll be thinking they should have scored.
Billing attacking the space, so we didn't get chance to talk about it earlier. So Andoni Iraola telling us, Willow, before the match, that he's putting Billing in that spot on the post on the goal line because he thinks he's better at zonal marking rather than man-to-man.
Yeah,
and he's there to attack the space or pick up the second ball, which of course he did really well when the ball came off the crossbar earlier on in the game. On that occasion, he couldn't get the header in before Konate. Here Bournemouth now though, maybe one last chance before half-time. Dominic Solanke into the box, onto his right foot. He's trying to turn away from Konate. Again, just lost his footing, slid along the ground. Liverpool try and clear. Rothwell gets in really well. Semenyo, top of the D, shoots left-footed. Not a lot of power behind it. Alisson will gather, diving down to his left-hand side. Better moment from Bournemouth.
I think Joe was looking for a free kick there for a bang on the head, but the referee's played on. Didn't get any power behind it, did he? There's half-time.
Half-time at Anfield. Liverpool 2, Bournemouth 1. The Cherries starting brilliantly, having the ball in the back of the net twice. Anthony's chalked off for offside, and then Semenyo stood after some good work from Dominic Solanke and a brilliant finish from Semenyo. But it's been Liverpool who've dominated possession pretty much since then. They equalised through Luis Diaz, who found room inside the box, and a lovely cute finish past Neto before Joe Rothwell brought down Dominic Szoboszlai, Liverpool's new signing, right on the edge of the area, just inside the box, right in the corner. Referee got it spot on, backed up by VAR. Mohamed Salah stepped up, saw his penalty saved by Neto, but then was able to jump and pounce on the rebound and put it into the back of the net. That gives Liverpool the lead at half-time. John Williams.
Yeah, I think, there'll be lots of things in the changing room, good things that can be taken from this, especially the way we started the game, super fast, and he really got after Liverpool and deserved to take the lead. But there's always the opportunity, there's always the chance with the type of top players that Liverpool have, that they can produce something out of nothing. Joe giving the penalty away, it was a penalty, no two ways about it. Could we have stopped it before? Who knows? But the goal that we conceded, it was a chopped back ball, and it was quite easily one of them ones that I don't think he caught it sweet, and it beat Neto. But I think there's some good things that we've done today for sure.
We mentioned it towards the end of the first half, but energy levels, we know Iraola demands a lot out of his side with that press. You still think they're looking all right out there? I wonder how early maybe you'd be looking to make changes and getting fresh legs, fresh energy on.
The thing they'll be looking at, and there is lots of pushes to be gained out there, but when you are pressing like that, one person has to be the trigger, and the rest, the other 5 or 6, have to support him. That's been going since my day of playing. When you see your teammate going in, closing down, make sure you're pushing on it. Make sure your mates are pushing on it, and we've done that really well. And I think that's one of the pushes we can have today. More
to come from John Williams in the second half. Remember the commentary on BBC Sounds and the smart speaker. We're online this afternoon. Just ask your smart speaker to play BBC Radio Solent. And Cherries fans, are you happy with that in terms of what you've seen? I know the scoreline, but maybe the performance and what the manager's getting out of the players. At Solent Sport on Twitter, 0800321 333 on WhatsApp, 81333 on the text. Make Solent the first word. Half time here at Anfield. Liverpool 2, Bournemouth 1.
The Cherries had a good start to the first half, didn't they? A goal in the first couple of minutes and another goal disallowed as well. However, Liverpool came back into it in the first half, especially the second half of the first half, if you like, with that penalty from Mo Salah. But I think Jordan and Willow are back at the point at Anfield, ready to bring you commentary of the second half. Liverpool 2, Bournemouth 1. Over to you, Jordan.
Thanks, Jono. Welcome back to Anfield. The players just making their way out into the pitch for the second half. Willow and I have spent the half-time break watching a video on social media over and over again of the penalty from a different angle, one we haven't seen before. A quick search of AFCB on social media, on X. You can view it for yourself if you haven't seen it already. We were both convinced from the press box, the view we had and the replays we saw in the first half, that it was a penalty. This one throws a little bit of doubt. It's from the other side, the camera angle from the Kenny Dalglish stand, and it makes it debatable as to whether there was any contact at all.
Yeah, it does, but it does look like it's knee on knee to me, and that's tough.
You said shin a minute ago, so you're already changing your mind.
Shin on shin, that'll do.
Back underway at Anfield. Liverpool 2, Bournemouth 1, live on BBC Radio Solent in the Premier League. Can the Cherries get themselves back in this game in the second half? Can they start the second half like they started the first? No is the answer, given away by Aarons, straight out of play for a Liverpool corner. I'll do the team to you in a moment. Bournemouth wearing baby blue this afternoon, top shorts and socks, will shoot from our right to left in this second half towards the Anfield Road stand, which is housing the travelling Cherries supporters. Away to our left in one half of the bottom tier of that stand. Liverpool in red tops, red shorts, red socks, shooting from our left to right towards the Kop. Lead 2-1, have a corner over on the far side. The man who won that penalty, Szoboszlai, takes it out to the D, unmarked. Alexander-Arnold shoots low, blocked by Christie, and ricochets out to this near left-hand side. No changes at half-time that I saw for either team. Bournemouth, Neto in goal, back four, Aaron, Zabani, Senesi, Kirkes. Rothwell gave away the penalty. Did he? Maybe. Debatable. And Billing, your two deeper lying midfielders, the double pivot. Christie in the 10, Semenyo down the right, goal scorer for Bournemouth this afternoon. Anthony had the ball in the back of the net in the first half as well, inside the opening minute or so. That was chalked off for offside. And Solanke leading the line, the Bournemouth bench. Radu, Mepham, Hill, Kelly, Kilkenny, Brooks, Cliver, Traore and more. Here come Liverpool over on the far side, their left. Diaz, one-on-one with Zabani, marking him closely, gets a foot in Zabani, still with Diaz though. Aarons gets over there in support now as well. Diaz infield to Robertson on the edge of the box. His ball back to Cody Gakpo is a heavy one, and Liverpool have to recycle it on the halfway line. They've got Alisson in goal. He's on a yellow card. So is Neto, by the way. Semenyo and Anthony also have been cautioned in the first half. They're back four. Alexander-Arnold at right back. Konate and Van Dijk the centre backs. Robertson the left back. Here come Liverpool again. Top of the Bournemouth D. Given away. Aarons has got time to bring it under control, look up and find his pass forward to the halfway line. He passes it straight to Van Dijk. Not what Bournemouth need. Back out to the left and Robertson. Szoboszlai, McAllister and Gakpo, the midfield three for Liverpool. Salah, Jota and Diaz, their front three. Here is Diaz, infield, looking for Jota. Jota fouls Max Aarons. Bournemouth win a free kick just on the right-hand corner of their own 6-yard line. John Williams.
No, Donovic had made a great run there. Just couldn't. He had to check back, and that destroyed he was going to be in on goal.
Kelleher, Gomez, Endo, their new signing. Nunes, Elliott, Tsimikas, Matip,
side.
Bajcetic and Doak, the Liverpool substitutes this afternoon. Referee is Thomas Bramall. What are we going to get in the second half as we see a shot of Andoni Iraola on the edge of his technical area again? I think he would have been pretty pleased with the effort, definitely, from his side.
Massively.
In that first half, as frustrating as those goals were. Here comes Semenyo through the middle, driving forward, still Semenyo. Antoine Semenyo shoots goalwards again. It's just over the bar, it's behind for a goal kick. Great individual, powerful play from Semenyo there. Liverpool players just bouncing off of him as he made his way to the edge of the box. Just couldn't keep the shot on target.
Oh, that's one of them ones that he's gone for power and he's only 18 yards out. You can pick a spot, and I know it's easy to say from up here, but Great chance.
What a start to the season he's having, by the way, Willow. Did he play at all in pre-season? I can't remember. Not very much, if at all. Off the bench yesterday, electric. Sorry, last week. Yesterday, what am I on about? He's having a good game so far as well. But here come Liverpool. Salah one-on-one with Senesi. Kirkes is trying to get back in support as well. Good defending by Senesi. Neto, can he keep it in? No, he can't. It would be a corner to Liverpool.
It was good defending by Senesi because Salah's a bit of a quickie. Just got a foot on it to make sure it went out for the corner. Good defensive work.
Corner right down in front of us, in front of the Kop. Robertson will come across to take it. Red boots for him this afternoon. Everyone, all 11 players for Bournemouth inside the 18-yard area, as deep as I would say, probably all inside the 10-yard area if there was one. Rothwell just watching McAllister for the short one on the edge of the box, but it's into the 18-yard area, flicked on by Jota from the penalty spot, wide of Neto's goal, behind for a goal kick. Liverpool 2, Bournemouth 1. It is taken quickly by Neto. To Aarons down the right, checks back, then looks up for Solanke. Early ball forward. Alisson is high and out of his 18-yard area. Good defensive line from the Liverpool goalkeeper, gets there first ahead of Solanke.
If that ball had been accurate, he was in one-on-one.
Ball over the top looking for Salah. Now Neto has to come out of his area. He heads it straight to Jota. Jota shoots. It's wide. It's into the Kop. It's a let-off for Bournemouth. Not a great header from Neto there. Straight to Jota. The ball bounced in front of Jota. He couldn't keep the volley down. Goal kick, still 2-1.
No, you're absolutely right. There was a couple of things he could have done. He could have ducked under the ball and got it in a race, but the header was poor.
Bournemouth go short and out to Kirkes down the left, pressed quickly by Salah. Kirkes turns back towards his own goal and finds the red boots of Senesi. The Argentinian looks up, wants to carry the ball forward, but there's no space, so he goes square to Rothwell, who's dropped deep onto the edge of the 18-yard area. Whether it was or wasn't a penalty, and that will be debated after the game, and we'll of course ask Andoni Iraola as well. As you said, John Williams, to me at half-time, Rothwell gave the referee the opportunity to make the decision.
Yeah.
And just highlight that need for a defensive midfielder, someone used to playing that position, used to defending in those areas and putting those tackles in. Joe Rothwell keen to do it, but admitted himself he's still learning. Kirkes down the left, cross into the box. It's almost right over the top of the crossbar. I think did it go out of play, or he didn't keep it in? Either way, it's a goal kick to Liverpool. Of course, Tyler Adams from Leeds, imminent. That'll be announced, I would think, in the next 24 hours. Passed his medical yesterday. Bournemouth triggering a release clause, or so they thought, which expired, I think, on the day that they triggered it. And then had to do a bit of negotiating with Leeds. Got the deal agreed on Friday morning. Adams imminent. Here come Liverpool. Gakpo trying to find Salah. It squirms through to Salah. Salah low, straight at Neto, who managed to keep it out.
Yeah, did well there, Neto. It was one of them situations where they got lucky. A rebound came back to Salah. Well, we're getting on with things here.
This game is open. There's going to be more goals.
Pulled us back, the referee.
Surely. Both teams more goals. Looking to fly forward at pace.
Definitely.
On every occasion as well. Can Bournemouth find some more of those moments? Had them early in the first half, not so many late on in the opening 45. When will they come in the second? We've had one for Semenyo already, a brilliant run through the middle and shot just wide. It's his goal that put Bournemouth in front in the third minute. Diaz and then Salah, a rebound after his penalty was saved by Neto. It gives you that 2-1 scoreline here at Anfield at the moment. Solent Sports with Jordan Clark and John Williams, former Bournemouth defender and assistant manager. Liverpool coming through the middle again to the top of the D. Szoboszlai defended well by Bournemouth, nicked away from Szoboszlai and back out to McAllister, halfway inside Bournemouth half, through the middle, goes out to the left and Robertson. Here comes Diaz through the middle again to the edge of the box, rolls his foot over the top of the ball, lays it off to Gakpo, turns and then shoots left-footed. Good defending by Aarons, got the block in, and then the second shot from Gakpo was blocked as well. Liverpool still have it down the right now through Salah, trying to get away from Kirkes. Kirkes, brilliant defending, stood really tall, didn't let Salah pass and got a good foot in the end.
There's one or two Liverpool players that they've absolutely got a box of tricks. That one there, Salah at the end nearly finished it off again with a jinking run. 3 or 4 in the team that Liverpool can choose to put that dribbling skills in.
19 years old, Milos Kirkes, his second Premier League appearance, showing all the experience of a seasoned pro. Here's Jota though, Salah in again inside the 18-yard area. This time Senesi gets the foot in on the 6-yard box. The Argentinian forms the brick wall.
Well, if you don't learn from a game like playing in this one, you never will. So many things that, but good for both teams. Liverpool taking a while with the throw in.
Alexander-Arnold into Diaz, just inside the 18-yard area. Good marking by Christie and good strong play as well. Just nudged Diaz off the ball but didn't touch the ball, so it'll be a goal kick to Bournemouth. Taken quickly by Neto out to the right. Aarons turns away from Gakpo, does well but then gets charged down by McAllister, who ggets a foot in. Robertson keeps it in. Liverpool will come forward through Diaz now, just in off the left flank into the box looking for Jota. Sliding tackle by Ilya Zavani, gets there and puts it behind. Corner to Liverpool.
Yeah, Max just thought he got clipped there, but he's up and back defending. Another corner.
The signal is the ball bounce from Robertson once and then twice. Again, all 11 players back for the Cherries inside the 18-yard area. Liverpool lining most of their players up in a big group, a big bunch, just inside the 18-yard area. Headed away by Senesi, gets up tall, huge leap and gets it out of the box. McAllister will pick it back up down the left, down the line, looking for Robertson. Robertson tries to cut back in on his right foot. It was read by Christie, who gets the tackle in, and then Christie clears through the middle with his left foot. Konate heads it back down though, brought under control by Luis Diaz, scorer of Liverpool's first this afternoon. Cross from McAllister, diagonal, Van Dijk still forward inside the 18-yard area, heads it down to Jota, and now Bournemouth will try and break, and it's Zabani's chance to carry it up to the halfway line. Ball out to the left-hand side is heavy, too much on it. Jadon Anthony can't get on the end of it. Throw into Liverpool in front of the Bournemouth technical area. Andoni Iraola still out pacing around.
Just starting to dominate now, Liverpool. We can't get up the pitch.
He's just sent a message to one of his coaching staff, Neil Moss I think it is down there, who's jogged down towards the substitutes. Kiefer Moore has been called back to the bench.
Right. Got a little bit of route one.
Bournemouth having to soak up a lot of pressure deep inside their own half at the moment. No real out ball. Maybe that's why.
Kiefer can get up there and hold the ball up for us so we can get up the pitch.
Here they are again, Liverpool. Diaz left side of the box into the area. Jota with the shot goalwards. It's blocked by Bournemouth. How long are they going to hold on like this? Late tackle in there by McAllister on Ryan Christie, who stayed down, rolling around. The studs down the shin by McAllister. Red card for Alexis McAllister. Liverpool reduced to 10 men, and now this game is really going to get interesting. Bournemouth trail by 2-1. Alexis McAllister with what looked like a really nasty tackle on Ryan Christie there. John Williams.
Yeah, well, he was stretching for it, they both were, but the referees just took the decision that he's gone down the shin, he's gone right over the top of the ball, old-fashioned way. We just got a chance to see here. Oh, it's a nasty one, yeah. He's gone right through his knee, his sock. He's took everything out.
Ball's bouncing just outside the 18-yard area. Christie gets there first. It wasn't the shin, it's down the inside of the ankle on the instep. Liverpool fans around us are furious. It'll be looked at by VAR. I'm not sure they're going to call that a clear and obvious error. Liverpool fans around us, I can hear them calling it just a clash of ankles, a clash of feet.
Well, the referee was pretty close on it.
Something goes Bournemouth's way against one of the big clubs. Alexis McAllister is trudging back towards the dressing room. That angle
Looked like,
and the angle we saw in real time, it looks nasty.
Yeah. Just having a
Liverpool 2, Bournemouth 1. Alexis McAllister on his home debut for the Reds, sent off, straight red card. Thomas Bramall didn't really take much time to think about it either.
No, he didn't. He wasn't far from me. He seemed to be right on the spot.
McAllister gets a high five from Jurgen Klopp on his way back down the tunnel. It'll be a free kick to Bournemouth on the edge of their own 18-yard area. Ryan Christie is okay. Rolled around a fair few times. I say he's okay. He's still hobbling a little bit on that left foot. And the boos ring around Anfield, which tells you everything you need to know about how they feel about that decision. I wonder if there are going to be any apologies issued by the PGMOL this weekend. Who knows? Will Bournemouth get one for the penalty? Will Liverpool get one for that red card? Contentious decisions inside Anfield this afternoon, and it looks like it's going to be now that red card has happened, Justin Kluivert that is going to be introduced for Bournemouth, not Kiefer Moore.
Well, we've got to try something to get ourselves up the pitch. Got a man extra now. Can we take advantage of it?
60 minutes gone. BBC Radio Solent Sport. That's John Williams. Liverpool 2, Bournemouth 1. Bournemouth led in the first half. The opening 3 minutes through Antoine Semenyo. Then Luis Diaz and Mohamed Salah putting Liverpool in front. The game turning again on the hour mark. Alexis McAllister shown a straight red card for a late tackle on Ryan Christie. It'll be a free kick to Liverpool in line with Bournemouth's 18-yard area down in front of us. The Liverpool right, they're going to make a change as well. New signing Wataru Endo is going to be introduced, arrived yesterday.
Who's coming off?
It's going to be a double change for Bournemouth as well. Kiefer Moore is still coming on.
How would the keeper make sense, doesn't it? You know, just we've got to get up the pitch somehow, and he could be the one to hold us up. Then we can get people out and about him.
Free kick comes in from the right hand side, headed away by the Cherries. Back out to Trent Alexander-Arnold down the line, looking for Szoboszlai. Infield to Alexander-Arnold. He's inside the 18-yard area now, right hand side, crosses deep to the back post. Van Dijk is there, but it's a good head on it in the end, flicked off the top of the head of Aarons, who did enough, but Luis Diaz will recycle it, send it out to the right. You wouldn't know at the moment that it's Liverpool with the man down. Back out to Szoboszlai, deflected, spilled by Neto, and smashed into the back of the net by Diogo Jota. And Liverpool go 3-1 up within minutes of being reduced to 10 men. Just when Bournemouth thought maybe they'd have even more of a sniff of getting back into the game. Neto can't cling on. Jota scores. Liverpool 3, Bournemouth 1.
Yeah, it was all about who reacted quickly, wasn't it? Neto initially did great to keep the ball out, but it's the Liverpool players who are flying in. Two of them there, could have put the ball away. Now some changes to be made. Different kettle of fish at 3-1.
Here come the changes for Bournemouth as well. So Justin Kluivert comes on for Jadon Anthony. Kiefer Moore is waiting on the halfway line as well to be introduced. Who's he coming on for? Difficult to see the numbers from this high up and in the sunshine down there on the fourth officials board. Ryan Christie is coming off. Kluivert, Moore on.
Well, it's an uphill battle now. After all that good work, we got ourselves down to 10 men and give a goal away.
A new £19 million signing, Wataru Endo, the Japanese midfielder, on for Liverpool. The man, of course, brought in after they failed to get Moises Caicedo and Romeo Lavia from Southampton, both ending up at Stamford Bridge with Chelsea. Still time for Bournemouth to get themselves back into this. Time. Senesi, ball forward to Solanke into the 18-yard area, marked closely by Van Dijk. Solanke gives it away straight to Jota. And Trent Alexander-Arnold's flying forward down the right now. Here's Jota, right side of the box, low across the face of goal. Aarons nearly scores an own goal, bounces off of Neto, and somehow Bournemouth keep it out.
Well, we got lucky there. Ball flew across the 6-yard box. People flying in, trying to clear it. And I think it was Max who got the ball away finally. Out for a throw-in, just underneath us. As you can hear, the fans change now, right behind Liverpool.
What a crazy and frantic 5 minutes, Willow. And Bournemouth somehow have got to recompose themselves, find a way to make that extra man count now.
Yes, they have. Doesn't come more difficult than Anfield when you've got to do things like that.
And again, the atmosphere just turns up a notch inside Anfield here on Merseyside. BBC Radio Solent, Liverpool 3, Bournemouth 1. Liverpool down to 10 men. Alexis McAllister off. Straight red card. Here's Diaz in off the left. Square ball to Szoboszlai. Back to Konate. First touch for Endo. Wearing the number 3, the central midfielder.
Well, you would hope that because they're down to 10 we could get a press on, but at the moment it's just a keep ball session for Liverpool.
Endo again, back out to the right this time, and Alexander-Arnold, and Szoboszlai down the touchline, beats the sliding tackle from Kirkis. Still Szoboszlai to the byline, across the face of goal. He was looking for Diaz and Salah. Good blocking there from Bournemouth. Back out to Alexander-Arnold, deep cross to the back post. Over the head of Jota, it'll bounce out of play. Throw into Bournemouth. The Cherries just can't get out of their own 18-yard area at the moment.
Szoboszlai, what a turn of speed he showed, possibly for the first time. I know he's a good pass for the ball and he's up and down, but it showed like he had a bit of pace in him there, beating 2 players to the ball.
Live across the UK on BBC Sounds and your smart speaker. Liverpool 3, Bournemouth 1, 65 minutes gone. Diaz, Salah and Jota with the goals for the Reds. Semenyo for Bournemouth, which gave the Cherries the lead. What is it they say about scoring too early? Kirkes down this near left-hand side for Bournemouth. Can the substitutes make an impact? Here's Kluivert, first touch, sends it out to Semenyo down the right, who's just switched flanks. Kluivert down the left, Semenyo, early cross in, left-footed over the head of everyone. Even big keeper Moore couldn't get up high enough to head that, but he turns and claps Semenyo.
Well, I could see what he's trying to do. He's trying to pick Kiefer out, and I can understand that. He was on the far post. You would fancy him. We know he's good in the air.
How about this, Willow? Our other commentary game ongoing at the moment at Fratton Park on BBC Radio Solent Sport. Portsmouth 0, Cheltenham 0, in danger of being abandoned because 2 match officials have been injured. They are on the tannoy asking if there is anyone qualified and able to take over in one of the positions. Players have gone back down the tunnel.
Never heard of that one before.
That's over.
I've heard of one. I remember Jimmy Hill years ago having to be a linesman, I think.
If you are a Pompey fan and you've tuned in accidentally to the Cherries,
get yourself down the ground.
Fratton Park. Well, yeah, if you're qualified, get yourself down the ground. That's on 96.1 FM enhanced DAB. Here come Liverpool again, just carving Bournemouth open through the middle. Out to Jota, right side of the box. Too much on that ball. Still Jota, saved with the legs of Neto. Just able really to glide through the Bournemouth defenders way too easily. And the right leg of Neto keeps the scoreline at 3-1. Can Bournemouth break at the other end? Dominic Solanke. He's got support further forward from Keith Moore. Can't find him, but it ricochets back to Billing. Here's Kluivert over on the right now. Top of the box. Back to Billing. Billing's ball in towards Kiefer Moore, wins the header down into the 18-yard area. No one in the blue shirt to get on the end of it. Liverpool will come away with it and clear direct by Robertson up into the Bournemouth half.
There was a small chance there just for a minute. Good bit of work running, Dominic, but couldn't pick anyone out.
Jerry's in baby blue this afternoon. Change kit, shooting from our right to left towards the travelling Bournemouth supporters. Most of them still bathed in sunshine away to our left in the bottom tier of the Anfield Road stand. Liverpool in red, shooting towards the Kop, but it's in Liverpool's half at the moment. Bournemouth in possession. Rothwell back to the centre circle. Here's Senesi, looks up. There's room down the left for Kluivert. Senesi finds him. Kluivert, touch out of his feet, drives into the 18-yard area, gets past Alexander-Arnold, doesn't get past Jota, who goes down and wins the free kick.
He's just got his body in front, isn't he? And as people do nowadays, as soon as they feel it, anything in their back, they hit the floor and they get the free kick. Just a bit of slowing the game down now for Liverpool, as you would expect.
Hamed Traore, David Brooks warming up down away to our left-hand side. Lloyd Kelly as well, going through a few warm-up routines. Really, Traore and Brooks, your only attacking options left on the bench. Otherwise it's defenders in Mepham, Hill, Kelly, Kilkenny, a defensive midfielder.
We've got to attack.
Moore and Clivert already on.
Yeah, no point in putting anything defensively minded on.
A rare trip for Bournemouth into the Liverpool half. Semenyo in off the right flank, beats a couple of Liverpool players into the box. Square ball, keeper Moore!
Dear.
It's over the bar, and he really should have done better.
Yeah.
Unmarked, right-footed, in step. The style of finish almost like that one against Nottingham Forest at the Vitality Stadium. This time he couldn't keep it down. It's into the Anfield Road stands. That's a big moment for Bournemouth.
Yeah, it is a massive moment. It's a massive miss. Anything below the crossbar on target, the keeper can't get near it. Can't even make a dive.
Frustration for the Cherries. Can they draw on the positives of the build-up though? And again, Antoine Semenyo just gliding through Liverpool players.
Yeah, sure, he's someone who's...
It's almost like they were too afraid to even try and tackle him.
Well, that's what we're saying when you're in the box.
Run back well by Kirkes on the press down this near left-hand side. Iraola straight out to the edge of his technical area to tell him what to do with it once he won the ball back, but he can't make the most of it, and Salah will fly down the right now as Liverpool win it back, but the ball is out of play, couldn't keep it in, throw into the Cherries.
Yeah, just looking down to the bench, they're definitely discussing something down there. Must be about getting some more forward players on, or even change the formation for the last 20 minutes.
David Brooks looks like he's absolutely itching to get on. He's nearly on the pitch with his warm-up.
Well, look, I've said to you before, I would think about Kelly at this moment in time. The only reason to give him some game time, to get him in the game.
Well, you're saying the game's gone then?
Well, listen, I'm being realistic.
20 minutes left, plus probably loads of stoppage time.
Listen, I'm being realistic. I'm thinking about Kelly's going to be in the team. I
don't think Andoni Iraola will view it that way in terms of how he approaches these games and attacks them.
Well, he's got to get Kelly on the pitch at some stage. He's our best centre half.
Well, you're saying that with a view to what? Kelly needing to start the next game?
Perhaps, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Liverpool in possession inside their own half. Sorry, Willow, go on.
No, he's the best centre half, so he's got to play.
Better than Senesi and Zabani.
Yep.
There you go, the thoughts of John Williams, former Bournemouth defender himself. Free kick given away by Senesi, foul on Diaz. And despite giving the free kick in the direction of Liverpool, every time the referee makes a decision, he is getting battered by the home fans around us for the red card he gave to Alexis McAllister on the hour mark. Straight red card for a late tackle on Ryan Christie. Ball's out to the right now. Bournemouth will come forward through Max Aarons. Not been able to do a great deal going forward. Had to do a lot of defending this afternoon. Dominic Solanke nudges Konate off the ball unfairly, says the referee. Free kick to Liverpool inside their own D.
Well, that was a bit of a strange one. He didn't seem to... Both having a little battle for the ball. Just took it on his chest. Strange decision. Two more subs. Kelly is coming on.
Kelly is coming on. John Williams, spot on. And David Brooks as well. Here come Liverpool though, through the middle. Szoboszlai back out to the right, and Jota, edge of the box. Here's the new signing, Endo. Charged down by Antoine Semenyo. Bundled over, he wants a free kick. No, says the referee. Good pressing from Semenyo. Here's Clivert through the middle, waiting for support to arrive down the left. It does. Semenyo, who's carried his run out wide, and Kirkes over there as well. Kirkes on the overlap. Semenyo cuts back onto his right foot. Now thinks about the pass down the line. Instead goes back to Rothwell. Again, still tight down this near left-hand side on the touchline. Rothwell onto the right foot. Square ball infield to Marcos Senesi. Senesi, deep ball to Moore at the back post. He heads back in towards the danger area. Cleared by Liverpool. But Dominic Solanke has it back. About 25 yards out. Central position, just outside the Liverpool box. They'll send it wide to Aarons. Aarons in onto his left foot. Low shot. It's blocked off by Solanke, who then tries to turn away from Van Dijk to find room for the shot himself. Van Dijk gets a foot in. Liverpool will come away with it.
Unlucky there, Dominic. The ball just bounced off Van Dijk and bounced his way. Oh, just need a little break.
Pompey getting back underway at Fratton Park. They found the referee or someone qualified to probably run the line or do the fourth official job in the stands, I'm guessing, Willow, but no idea who.
Good.
Not something you see every day over on our other commentary on BBC Radio Solent. Changes coming up for both teams. Gomez is going to be introduced for Liverpool. Double change again for Andoni Iraola, who's just giving instructions to Lloyd Kelly and David Brooks. Liverpool in possession on the edge of their own 18-yard area. Konate forward to Salah. Senesi steps into the Liverpool half. He'll mark Salah all the way. That means Joe Rothwell just drops a little bit deeper with Senesi out of position. In terms of how that press works from Bournemouth. And now Senesi back in to his central defensive position, but again he's quite happy, Willow, isn't he, to come right out with Trent Alexander-Arnold, and that leaves a bit of a gap now for Jota, but Zabani gets a foot in. Luis Diaz on possession. Sliding tackle from Kirkes. There were two Liverpool players lurking on the edge of the box, working hard to get there. And then Aarons goes down and wins a free kick for Bournemouth deep inside their own half.
He might bring Kirkes off. Has he got cramp again?
I would not be surprised. He has been everywhere again, Willow, hasn't he? Incredible running, incredible defending there again. He looks like some signing for the Cherries. Here come the changes for Liverpool. Elliott coming on. Gomez as well at right back. Trent Alexander-Arnold hobbles off. Elliott's coming on for Jota.
I think it's Joe's coming over to the dugout.
Semenyo's off. David Brooks is on. Joe Rothwell off, Lloyd Kelly on, so they're going to push Senesi forward into the defensive midfield role by the looks of it. So Kelly goes in alongside Zabani. Now we saw this in pre-season.
Could be three at the back.
No, Senesi's moved forward, Willow.
I know,
definitely.
I can see he's forward now, but he might want to get, well, it depends which way you want to do it. Through the middle or get the wingers in the game.
It looks like Senesi alongside Billing now. Zabani has Kelly alongside him. Kirkes still down the left. Aarons down the right. Let's see how this works for Bournemouth. Billing, ball forward to Kiefer Moore inside the 18-yard area. There's the direct option. Van Dijk gets up and above Kiefer Moore and wins the header. Moore goes down. He wants a penalty, I think. He's not going to get one. Liverpool will come forward down the right now, and Szoboszlai into the centre circle, and Mo Salah back out to the right, and the substitute Harvey Elliott. Elliott down the line for Szoboszlai, has continued his run. Phil Billing gets there and gets a foot in. He's going to set Bournemouth off down the line early. No, he's not. Can't keep it in play.
It was nearly a wonder pass.
But would have been a great pass.
It would have been.
Couldn't quite execute it.
No.
What have we got? 15 minutes just under plus stoppage time. You'd think there's going to be a fair bit of that at the end of this game. The goals in the second half, the red card, fair number of substitutions as well.
Yeah, went to 3-1 too quick for us, didn't it?
Diaz, Salah and Jota with the goals for Liverpool. Semenyo has put another good shift in for Bournemouth, this time from the start.
Certainly has.
With the goal for the Cherries. They led after 3 minutes. They've had a couple of moments since then as well.
Well, we had a good first half. You know, there was moments in it that you could see what the manager's trying to implement with that press up the pitch. So he'll be moving forward on that score, but we just should have took more advantage of the 10 men.
In the second half, Semenyo with a good opportunity, good run to the edge of the box, shot wide. And then a huge moment for Kiefer Moore as well, just on the edge of the 6-yard area, couldn't keep the shot down. Really should have done better, at least tested Alisson, but he put it into the Anfield Road end. You're not missing anything here. The ball is with Alisson, the Liverpool goalkeeper. He's in a black Kiva kit this afternoon, white football boots, and he'll send it forward and short and low. And here's Endo, the defensive midfielder for Liverpool. But it's given away by the Reds. And the Cherries will come forward through Zabani out to Aarons down the right. Square ball to Lloyd Kelly, on as a substitute a few moments ago. Back to fitness for the Cherries. Milos Kerkez comes in off the left flank, rolls his foot over the top of the ball to bring it under control properly, sends it back out to the right and Zabani. Sorry, Willow.
When you think who he's playing against, Louis, he's had quite a good game. You know, it's so difficult to defend against him, and he's kept good quiet at times. Okay, other times he's got the run on him. But I can't think of many more difficult players to mark.
Given away by Liverpool. Here's Dominic Solanke, edge of the box, back to Senesi in that midfield role now, and Kiefer Moore, top of the D, passes behind David Brooks, who hasn't been able to get into the game yet in his first couple of minutes on the field. Dropped to the bench this afternoon by Andoni Iraola. Semenyo handed the start. You recovered well there. Were you going Louis Saha? And you went Louis Salah. Like that. Here's Solanke, edge of the box. Is there room for the shot? Still Dominic Solanke does shoot.
That is a full-on chance.
Tough chance.
He's in the D. The goal, he's one-on-one with the goalkeeper in terms of he shoots.
Sliced wide in the end by Solanke.
Damn it.
Just couldn't wrap his foot round it. Ended up coming almost off the outside of the boot.
Anything.
Swerving away from Alisson's goal. Goal kick. Liverpool 3, Bournemouth 1. But the Cherries putting in a real battle this afternoon. Just haven't. The one real disappointment is since the red card, it hasn't really ever looked like they've had an extra man on the pitch.
No, it hasn't. And that's what I was saying before. They get the third goal, and suddenly the advantage goes away almost.
Here come Liverpool down the right. Harvey Elliott, bit of space, but Kerkez is on him quickly. Gets a foot in, good foot in from Kerkez. Back to Gomez, one of the other substitutes for Liverpool. 1-2 between him and Szoboszlai, who again has looked very bright for Liverpool, their new signing. He was their standout performer against Chelsea. We'll probably put him up there again this afternoon.
Yeah, we need some of our signings back as quick as possible.
Yeah, it's going to be until the international break, according to Andoni Iraola, at the earliest, he reckons, for the likes of Lewis Cook, Adam Smith, Marcus Tavernier, Alex Scott, new signing in there of course as well. Tyler Adams will be announced imminently. He's going to be international break, probably working his way back from a hamstring operation at the end of last season.
I didn't want to hear hamstring.
Here come Liverpool down the left, halfway inside Bournemouth's half now, moving into the final third, and Robertson back to Diaz. Scored Liverpool's equaliser to make it 1-1. Still Diaz to Salah, top of the D, looking to squeeze it back through to the on-rushing Diaz. Good defending from Bournemouth, cut the ball off, and then Kerkez beats Salah in a sprint and gets the ball away, puts it out for a throw into Liverpool. About 25 yards out down this near right-hand side for the home team.
Yeah, as I was saying, it doesn't come much harder than Salah for someone so young.
Into the final 10 minutes on Solent Sport, live on BBC Sounds across the UK and your smart speaker this afternoon. Post-match reaction to come from here at Anfield. We'll speak to Andoni Iraola. Make sure you stick with us right the way through until 6 o'clock. Jono Holmes will be most welcome for your reaction to this game as well. I'm sure you want to talk about those key moments, the penalty for Liverpool, the red card, that Kiefer Moore chance in the second half. I just feel a goal for Bournemouth would really have changed the dynamic. Even now, still plenty of time to go in this game. A goal would really change the atmosphere for the Cherries. Senesi through the middle. At Solent Sport on X if you want to get your messages in to Jono. Here come Liverpool now though. They've got 10 men, but still Salah comes forward. Low shot, left-footed, not much power, wide of Neto's goal. Bounces off of the advertising boards in front of the Kop. Goal kick to the Cherries, still Liverpool 3, Bournemouth 1. Final change coming up from Andoni Iraola. Hamed Traore is going to get his first minutes of the season.
Senesi coming off.
The Senesi trial at defensive midfield hasn't lasted very long. Who's going to drop back there now, or is it going to be no one? It's just going to be three forward-thinking midfielders. Well, Billing.
It's like a cup tie now. It's kitchen sink. We're going to go back soon.
Billing and Traore, really your two midfielders. It's more of a 4-4-2 now, really, from Iraola. Solanke and Moore up top.
4-2-4.
More kind of, further forward, Solanke in the 10. Traore only really sees him as a number 10, said Andoni Iraola pre-match, in terms of where he can play. That's his preferred position for him. Zabani sweeps the ball out to this near left-hand side, looking for Kluivert. Still yet to really get in and influence the game. Here's Billing, square ball to Traore, gets it moving quickly out to the right, and Aarons down the line. Here's some room for Brooks to the byline, pulls it back, Kluivert with the shot, save, the rebound's back out to Billing and Traore, and they both went for it at the same time, and they got in each other's way, and Phil Billing just punches the air in frustration and turns to Hamed Traore and says, why didn't you leave it for me? It's wide, it's behind for a goal kick. And that was another huge moment for Bournemouth to get themselves back into this game.
That is a full-on chance. You know, we've had quite a few of them. Liverpool player just goes down now, just breaking the game up, I suppose. But we've had chances this half.
Well, it will get added on, Willow, you know that, this season. So it must be, I would think, a genuine injury or cramp for Diaz, who's down about halfway inside his own half. And just as we said, Justin Kluivert yet to really get into the game, yet to really influence it, found himself in the perfect position.
Yeah.
Lovely work from Aarons to Brooks down the right. Brooks found loads of space in behind the Liverpool back line, put it on a plate for Kluivert, and just really like that keeper more chance. At Anfield, when you get those opportunities,
you've got to take
you
them.
have to take them.
I mean, you could say good save, but he smashed it right at the keeper in actual fact.
And we haven't even come to the rebounds. I mean, Billing and Traore, I don't even know how you explain that one, Willow.
No. Communication, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly that. Change for Liverpool. That is going to be the end of the day for Diaz. He scored the equaliser. Lovely bit of skill. He flicked it up in the first half and he was falling backwards and somehow managed to hook it past the Bournemouth defender, past Neto, who's just rooted to the spot. And that set Liverpool on their way and got them back in the game.
Yeah,
Tsimikas is on, so's Darwin Núñez. It's the two top knots for Liverpool that have been sent on. Tsimikas will go down the left, Núñez
he's got
through
a bit
the
of pace,
middle.
Núñez.
Diaz and Salah are off.
Seen him a couple of times.
And he scored from the rebound from the penalty, but you mentioned it earlier. Kirk has done a really great job at keeping Salah quiet this afternoon.
Well, you have to remember who he's playing against.
Ball's back to Konate. Square ball to Van Dijk. Liverpool just inside their own half. BBC Radio Solent Sport. 3.5 minutes to go plus stoppage time. There's going to be plenty. Liverpool, remember, down to 10 men. Alexis McAllister sent off. It hasn't really looked like it so far since he departed. Cross in from that left-hand side, and Tsimikas, both with top knots, both wearing white football boots. That's going to be great to try and identify for the commentators this afternoon in these final few minutes. Núñez with a bandage on his left hand, which will help slightly.
You sound like Chris on his boots.
Gomez with the throw in for Liverpool, about 8 yards out, down this near right hand side, just from the Bournemouth byline. Goes short to Elliott. Gomez gets it back, finds Elliott again, down the touchline. Lovely feet from Szoboszlai. Forward from Van Dijk to Endo.
Yeah, I'm not so sure they'd be, if it was 2-1, they'd be quite so proactive going forward, Liverpool, but that 3 just means you've got a bit of a buffer and you can do that.
That's the voice of John Williams, the former Bournemouth defender and assistant manager, on BBC Radio Solent. We're live from Anfield. Bournemouth trail 3-1. Traore wins it back well after initially it was one back from Kluivert. Good play from the Bournemouth substitutes, but then given away by Kirkes. One back by Núñez. Infield to Szoboszlai, and then Elliott knocks it straight out of play under pressure from Phil Billing. Throw into the Cherries. Halfway inside their own half. Goes infield to Kelly with the throw. Square ball to Zabani. He's going to dribble it forward up to the halfway line, looking for a ball over the top to Solanke. Header in there, but it drops to David Brooks and then falls to Kiefer Moore, and there's a late tackle on David Brooks. 3 kick to Bournemouth.
Well,
on the edge of the D.
This is a good opportunity if someone wants to put their foot through it.
David Brooks straight up on his feet, grabs the ball, places it down. Phil Billing's going to go and have a look at it as well. Now would be a great time, Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Well, that would suck the atmosphere out of this place and make it tense and interesting for stoppage time. Got a minute to go. We're going to see the board any moment now. I think the Cherries coaching staff, Tommy Elphick, has just wandered up to fourth official Steve Martin to find out how much time is going to be added. Martin is going down to the board now. We need to punch it in.
We need to score here desperately.
Meanwhile, free kick to the Cherries. Will we see a training ground special? Billing
He's done it before.
Is lining it up with his left foot, stepping back as if he's going to absolutely smash one. Will it be a cheeky one? Brooks moves away. Phil Billing with the free kick, winds it up, curls one well over the bar and in to the Anfield Road stand. Disappointing. Still 3-1 to Liverpool.
There's no real conviction behind that one, was there? It must have been 2 goals high. Just waiting for the fourth official to put the numbers up. 5 at least, please.
Jurgen Klopp now checking his stopwatch and trying to find out how much is going to be added. He doesn't seem too bothered, which may mean it's not very high in terms of number. 6 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this game for Bournemouth to find 2 goals. Here's Kiefer Moore over on the right. I thought it would be more, Willow.
I was hoping for more.
6 minutes added time.
Out of play over on the far side, throw into Liverpool. Robertson will take it.
Yeah, it's one of them situations, isn't it? What the referee, lots of substitutions, and that always bumps the extra time up. Just got to get up the pitch first of all.
Brooks over on the right, brought down by Dominic Solanke. Good Cruyff turn away from Endo, brings him down and gives away a free kick to the Cherries. A chance just to send numbers forward.
Well, he definitely. The goalkeeper should take this. Get the centre halves, get everybody up there. Just a little bit of passing on that far side. Can we get a cross in?
Ball's out to the right in Aarons. About 25 yards, 30 yards out
lucky.
the Cherries. David Brooks has moved infield, central position, off of the right flank. He'll send it out to the left, and Justin Kluivert's going to try and have a run at Gomez. Crosses early, bounces in front of the defender, goes up into the air, headed away by Endo, only as far as Hamid Traore. Traore's going to shoot from a long way out. Traore had Alisson a little worried then. He's tipped it over the bar. I think it was probably going over, but Alisson taking no chances. Corner to the Cherries.
Yeah, fair enough. Good strike. I think it was crossbar and over, wasn't it? Because he could hardly see the flick. But we've got a corner, something else to try and produce something.
Corners away to our left. We're into 6 minutes of stoppage time. We've had 2 of them. Kluivert takes it short to Kirkes. Here's Traore. He does deliver the ball into the box. Headed away by Gomez at the back post. David Brooks in there, challenging on Tsimikas. Gives away a free kick. Fouls Tsimikas. Not what Bournemouth needed.
No, wasn't the best delivery. Tried to get in on the far post, Brooksy, but didn't miss the first one out. Liverpool will just strike this forward now, I suppose, trying to run the clock down.
Reaction to come on Solent Sport and BBC Sounds and your smart speaker. We'll head down and speak to Andoni Iraola, get his take on the game. Would love to have yours as well at Solent Sport on X. Send us your posts. 08000 321 333 on WhatsApp. Make Solent the first word. Do the same if you're texting 81333. Start your message with the word Solent. Here's Solanke down the right for Bournemouth, into the box, trying to find the cross. He's got Kluivert in the area and Moore as well. Can't find either. Cross is charged down. Liverpool will come away with it down the left, the far side, in front of the Kenny Dalglish stand.
Yeah, we had 3 in the box there. Could have done with getting the cross in.
One back by Bournemouth. Traore turns away from trouble. Here is Traore, still twisting and turning. Good dribbling from Traore. Shoots, left-footed. It's low. It's saved by Alisson down to his left. Good strong hand. Brilliant play from Hamid Traore. Just couldn't get enough power behind it to get it past Alisson, who's getting high five from his players. Another chance for the Cherries.
That's an amazing save. I thought it was in. I thought there's no way it's going right in the corner, but right behind it.
Corner. Over on the far side, David Brooks delivers, left-footed, flicked goalwards by Solanke. He was leaning backwards, couldn't keep it down, over the bar, into the Anfield Road end. Goal kick to Liverpool and Alisson. We have played 4 of the 6 minutes of stoppage time. Bournemouth heading for defeat against the 10 men of Liverpool, who had Alexis McAllister sent off on the hour mark.
Yeah, I think it's all about that little 5-minute package, isn't it? There you get a man sent off, and we're thinking, here we go, we've got a chance here with an extra man, and they go up and get the third. We've had chances since then. The goalkeeper's made a save just a minute ago. It's fantastic. Brooksy smashing one, keeper tipping over the bar. Yeah, but it's the one that Alisson saved is the one that hurts the most.
Liverpool fans heading for the exit en masse now. 3-1 up. They feel 3 points in the bag. Liverpool, meanwhile, just passing around at the back, waiting for the press from Bournemouth. Eventually they do pass it straight out of play though, and Bournemouth will have a throw in. Here's Traore again, just inside the Liverpool half, just in from the right touchline. Square ball into the centre circle, and Lloyd Kelly out wide to the left, and Kirkes, who goes down the line to Kluivert. Kluivert skips away from Gomez, forward to Billing, top of the box, down the line, looking for Kirkes, gets there, gets the cross in. Acrobatic attempt from David Brooks, doesn't get on the end of it. It's back out to Aarons. He crosses in towards Moore, headed away by Liverpool, who will try and break forward down the right hand side now by Zaboslai.
Well, you have to say that they've kept going, haven't they?
Here's
the lads
Endo
have kept going
inside the centre circle, forward to Tsimikas. Tsimikas out to the left hand side, and Robertson deep inside the Bournemouth half now, not where the Cherries need to be at the end of this game, trailing by 3-1. Liverpool, remember, down to 10. Reaction hour to come from 5 o'clock. Here's Traore on the edge of his own 18-yard area, does well to play it out of trouble, but then Phil Billing passes it straight in to referee Thomas Bramall, and Bournemouth will get possession back.
It's a shame that, because we had a bit of a 3-on-3 at the back break.
Billing looks tired. A lot of running out there this afternoon.
Oh, honestly, I just think it's been a performance of really hard work.
There is the full-time whistle. Bournemouth, despite going 1-0 up inside 3 minutes through Antoine Semenyo, are beaten 3-1 away at Liverpool, and the long wait for a win at Anfield continues. But positive signs under Andoni Iraola, and the way that Bournemouth came and pressed and caused Liverpool problems, particularly at the start of the game. And boy, did they have moments in the second half as well to try and get themselves back into it. Chances for Semenyo, Moore, Kluivert, Billing, Traore. The Cherries just not able to find the target or really properly test Alisson in the Liverpool goal, and that is why the 3 points are staying here in Liverpool this afternoon. Bournemouth's first away game of the season ends in defeat. John Williams.
Yeah, you've just rung off all them chances there, 5 or 6, and these were really good chances. You know, if you don't take them, especially at a place like Anfield, you know, these big clubs, they always have someone who can produce something out of nothing, and that's what happens. If you don't take your chances, they will undo you. And there's lots of pluses to be in here today, especially the way we started. You can see the press, you can see what he wants to do, and they tried to do it against Liverpool. I was a bit suspect before the game if you could do that for the whole game, but we did by and large do it as well as we could in the first half, and I'm sure when they got in at half time there would be lots of positives to talk about.
And look, they are a quality side. Perhaps it's no surprise that when Alexis McAllister went down, was sent off and Liverpool went down to 10 men, it didn't really look like it made a huge amount of difference. Was there any other way Bournemouth maybe could have made that extra man count?
The only reason I can give for that is that they went 3-1 up almost immediately. So we didn't even get a chance for the nerves to set in and for them to even think they were down to 10 men. From that point of view, we could have done better.
The Cherries players going to show their appreciation to the travelling Bournemouth fans away to our left-hand side, who have stuck around to clap the Bournemouth squad, who are now heading back down the tunnel. John Williams will stick around. Remember, the reaction hour to come for you from 5 o'clock on Solent Sport. Once things have wrapped up at Fratton Park, I'm going to head down and speak to Andoni Iraola and a player as well. You'll hear those interviews on the air with Jono Holmes between 5 and 6. Come on, Cherries fans, I'm sure you've got a lot to say about that. Disappointing result in the end, but lots to be positive about. Jono will talk to you about all of it if you get your messages into him. Maybe you want to talk about the controversial moments, the penalty in the first half, the red card to McAllister. I'm sure you won't feel that was controversial at all. And also those missed chances as well. And as John Williams said there, conceding so soon after McAllister was sent off. At Solent Sport is where you can send your posts to Jono on X. 08000 321 333 is the WhatsApp number. 81333 the text number. Make Solent the first word of your WhatsApp messages and your text messages so that they reach Jono back in the studio. And don't forget, text messages charged at your standard network rate. Full time on Merseyside here at Anfield. It's finished Liverpool 3, Bournemouth 1.
Let's head back to the northwest right now and speak to our Bournemouth summariser John Williams, who's been watching the Cherries fall to a 3-1 defeat this afternoon away at Liverpool. Willow, a little bit later than usual. Thanks for sticking around for us. Even though it was a defeat, some really positive signs, I think, for Cherries this afternoon.
Yes, you have to say that. I mean, the way the boys started the game, a goal disallowed, then we scored, you go 1 up, was fantastic. And it was a press that brought the goal about. So you could actually see today, I've seen it once or twice, but today I would say you can really get a feel for how he wants to play this game. And it is a real tough way of doing things, but he seems to have the players buying into it. And we're talking about Liverpool here, and a team that spent an awful lot of money, who already had good players. And today we showed that we can live with them for a certain amount of time. Anyway, I mean, it changed in the second half. I mean, but when the sending off happens, that it just all went too quick. They got the third goal, and that really. It made them look even better than they were, because they were passing the ball around without fear of having to concede, just 1 goal to get it back at 2-2. But that's the way things panned out. But we have some chances. Christie, Savonio, who scored, of course. Sabani had a header. Brooksy had one. Traore had there's just been a bit of a mix-up there. Traore, great running and shot at the end of it, and then Phil Bill in, and I think it was Jayden Anthony just getting in one another's way, and but there's lots of good things about it, and we're making chances, and you have to think, just one of the things that you look at today, and you go through their team. Mo Salah has come up our man Kerkez, and both sides of the pitch, the other side, Max Aarons is looking to mark one as well. So there's things that are really exciting to me that I'm just dwelling over now, and just looking at the notes that we've made throughout the game. There's some really positives to come out of it, and I'm sure there won't be too doom and gloom after the defeat today.
Pauline Foster, thank you for your message on 81333, starting with Solent as the first word. No disgrace to lose at Liverpool. It's just a shame that the officials yet again were so inconsistent, but we did put on a good show, so it's looking positive. Let's talk about a couple of those decisions then, Willow. First of all, the penalty for 2-1. What were your thoughts on that?
Well, we've seen it. I've seen it from a different angle now, and I went with it was a penalty straight away. The referee wasn't far from it, and it just looked like he clipped his knee. When you see it from the other side of the ground, I think they've hit knees and shins at the same time, and I still think it's a penalty. I hate to say it, but that was one of the things that you have to put up with when you get to. I've always said it. Big clubs get big decisions. Those little ones, we have to fight for them.
And Neto unlucky on the penalty as well.
It was a great save. But he had a right go at his defenders for not helping him out. But the way the ball bounced, you'll see tonight on the match of the day, it bounced so sweet for him just to tap it home. So, Neto had one of them days where he started off a bit strange, and then he'd do something good. He'd come for some corners, then he saves the penalty, and then but one of them up and down days. But couldn't have done too much about any of the goals, to be fair. So from that point of view, I think there's still work to be done, but there's encouraging times ahead for me, definitely.
And the red card, just quickly, Willow, it looked like a nasty one, didn't it? But 2-1, you're thinking there's a chance here. It didn't really turn out that way, did it?
Well, it didn't really. They scored too quick. They made it 3-1. I think 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes later, and we didn't even. I don't think we had an attack where they had to defend with 10 men. So that if you don't let the third goal in, and they're 2-1 up and they're down to 10 men, you need 10, 15 minutes to soak it up. And let it to get in their mindset that they are a man down. But that was a key moment when they got the third goal, even though they got the man sent off.
All right, keep your thoughts coming in to me, Cherries fans. We're going to get some reaction very soon from Andoni Iraola. I know Jordan's in the tunnel at Anfield trying to get some reaction, so we'll bring you that as soon as we can, and we'll get some more thoughts from Willow shortly too. Let's head back up to Anfield and speak to John Williams. Have you ever seen anything like that, Willow? 2 officials injured in the same game? Have you ever experienced anything like that?
I've seen something happened. I've seen it on Match of the Day. Jimmy Hill, this is going back years, might be even 70s or 80s, this, but I think Jimmy Hill, the ex-Fulham chairman and manager, I think, he run the line for, I think the linesman pulled the calf, and he, to keep the game going, he got on the line and did a good job, apparently.
Have you ever run the line, Willow? Would you have thrown your hat in the ring? No?
No, referees. No, I didn't tend to get on with referees too good, so I don't think they'd want me going anywhere their job at all.
Fair enough. Yeah. You leave them to it. I just wanted to get your thoughts on Kirkes. You mentioned him a little bit. I know he did a great job on Salah today, didn't he?
Well, it was a you look at someone so young, and you got Salah who scores goals for fun, has done for a few years now, and he, the first half especially, he really ran him the other way. Salah was really quiet. Okay, it sort of changed in the second half a wee bit, but he was still trying to get forward.
Willow, sorry, I've just got to cut you off for 1 second because we've got to head back to Fratton Park. Let's just go back for the final thoughts of John Williams, who's been watching Liverpool 3, Bournemouth 1. Sorry to cut you off just a second ago, Willow, but let's just get your thoughts then, your overall feeling after that defeat today and looking ahead to Spurs next weekend.
My overall thoughts are I'm watching a team that is work in progress, but the progress has been a big plus today. I've seen what they can do with that press and where they do it up the pitch, and I'm optimistic about something for once. I tell you what I have just seen. I've just seen Dominic we thought it was a penalty shout, and I've just seen it back twice now, and it looks like it is a penalty shout. They're playing on these little recorders we have in front of us, so that's one for our fans to have a look at tonight. Another Bournemouth penalty that never was. We seem to get a few of them.
Well, it's worth watching that on Match of the Day tonight then, for sure. But Willow, thank you for today. Safe trip back down south, and we'll speak to you again real soon. That's John Williams with Jordan Clark, been on commentary duty for us up at Anfield for the Cherries' defeat 3-1 this afternoon. Let's get the thoughts now of the Bournemouth boss, Andoni Iraola, who's been speaking to Jordan.
Andoni, disappointing result in the end. How do you sum the game up on the whole?
Yes, I did. I think for some moments during the game we were not so far from taking the point, but it's true that in these games there are certain moments where you have to be more effective. Things have to go your way, and the chances we had, we weren't effective enough, and also the penalty decision, the chance we have with 2-1, things that we didn't manage to transfer in points.
Lots of talking points. You just mentioned some of them there. We start with Jadon Anthony's goal first of all. Inside the opening minute, I think it was an electric start from your team, but disallowed. Any complaints about that one?
No, I think the rule is like this. No, I think Jadon doesn't touch the player, but it's true that I think he's not under control of the situation. I think, as I understand the rule, I think it's an offside, unluckily for us.
And the penalty, was the contact, was it a foul?
Yeah, for me it's too soft. No, it's true that there is contact, but it's very, very light. It was a play also that was not dangerous in the corner of the box. And these kind of things probably are the ones that take you out of the results here.
Did you get a view of the red card?
No, it was live. It didn't look like a red card. Probably the first play of Alisson looked live, like more close to a red card. But I cannot tell you right now.
How frustrating for you as well to concede so soon after they went down to 10 men?
Yes, I think we were ready to make the subs. We were ready to establish the form of the team, and we conceded one set piece and second phase, an outside shoot. I think touches 2-3 of our players, and these things take you out of these games. From there, we had a lot of time to make them run, keep position, play a little bit slowly or more on the ball, because chances will appear. And probably we wanted to do things too quickly, and at the end we realized we had the space, we had the time, we had the chances, very clear chances, and but we couldn't materialize.
The positive is you had lots of chances, particularly in that second half. The frustration again that you weren't able to take them.
Yes, we had some key chance, Justin, the one between Junior and Phil, the one from Dom. I think we could have scored. We could have been closer to getting a result, but in key moments they were better than us.
You made one change for the game, Semenyo in for David Brooks. What was your thinking behind that? I mean, we obviously saw the impact with his goal very quickly.
Yes, I think Semenyo was really effective the other day. The 20-something minutes he played, I think he was also very good today, winning some 1-against-1 duels and causing problems to Liverpool defenders. He finished really tired, but it's what we are looking to. We have a lot of options wide, and we need someone to finish very tired 60 minutes, another one to play 30 minutes, so we have a good position there.
Despite the disappointment, I feel like we saw a lot of what your team is going to do and offer this season. You must be pleased with those elements.
Yes, I think we need to make longer the good minutes we had. You know, at the beginning we started really well. When we are not 100% rested, you know, we probably now take the safe route to stay more compact and want to push to the press so much, and we need to, when we are tired, keep doing these kind of things, because they will give us chances and goals.
And finally, Tyler Adams, it seems even closer to being announced now. You finally have that defensive midfielder through the door.
We'll see what happens with this situation, and right now I cannot tell you anything more.
Did today highlight a little bit though of just how badly you need someone maybe that knows that position really well?
Yes, obviously we talk about this, especially with the injuries we have right now, with Luby out. We need someone there in the middle.
Andoni Iraola speaking to Jordan Clark following Bournemouth's 3-1 defeat away at Liverpool this afternoon in the Premier League. Thank you, Helen, for your message on @Solent Sports on Twitter. Really positive performance from the Cherries, liking what I'm seeing from Iraola so far, and excited about the prospect of Tyler Adams joining the club as well. Yeah, he was a bit tight-lipped on it there, but it sounds like it's close. A medical happened yesterday, Jordan Clark told us earlier, so we're expecting that one to go through over the next 24 hours or so. Let's bring you you, just before we finish at 6, a quick bit of Ryan Christie, the Cherries man, speaking to Jordan following the 3-1 loss at Liverpool this afternoon.
Ryan, frustrating result in the end. How do you sum the game up on the whole?
Probably a lot of kind of different periods in the game. Obviously, I think we started very well. Have the goal disallowed and then do score, and when you come here, you know how good they're going to be and you know how fluid they are in attack. But in the most part, in open play, we kind of limited their chances. They had a few kind of headers from corners, and then it's one goal in the penalty. And then second half again, it's you feel like you're doing all right. The kind of game plan is just to kind of keep yourself in the game, maybe with 5 minutes to go, and see if we can get something. The red card, and then you think, okay, we can have a right goal here, and the third goal for them is a bit of a sucker punch for us. Comes at a tough time and frustrating, because obviously you saw that we kind of created chances as well. So a different day, you think maybe we can come away for something, but listen, the Liverpool away, results aren't going to kind of define our season. It's other games. So early in the season, heads are still high.
Of the key moments, you were obviously involved in the red cards. Did you feel it was a red card?
Yeah, I just felt like he caught me pretty high, so it was kind of like on my shin guard or higher. So I think as soon as he caught me, the ref was right there, and I was kind of on the floor asking him to check it, but I don't think I need that. He just went straight out with the red, so I've not seen it back, to be fair, but yeah, it felt like a red.
Ryan Christie, the Cherries man, speaking to Jordan Clark following the defeat for Bournemouth away at Liverpool this afternoon in the Premier League, a 3-1 loss. So we've brought you 3 live commentaries over the last 6 hours here on the home of live sport across the south. BBC Radio Solent. A win, a loss and a draw for our 3 sides today. Hope you've enjoyed the commentaries wherever you've been enjoying your Saturday. Our next live commentary is Tuesday night. Pompey v Fulham under-21s in the EFL Trophy. That's a 7:45 kickoff. Of course, we'll be on air from 6 o'clock, building up to that one. You have a great rest of your Saturday night. Richard Latto is ready to go with Stereo Underground next. Have a good evening.